think that well, they would be. Of course, we all would be. We all would be that person. We would probably be in the crowd yelling "Crucify him." We would probably be, walking down the streets of Berlin with our heads down and just ignoring whatever's going on, whatever the roundup is happening, because we just want to live life. And I think people who say, I absolutely would not be that person. I would be defending them. I would be Bonhoeffer. I would be these, other people that Corey ten Boom and all these other people that, stood up to it and hid the Jews or whatever. Like, no, I'm sorry. The likelihood that you would be that person is fairly low. I'm
La 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 la. Check 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 check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5.
All right, caller, you are on the air.
Yeah, to back up Super Data there, maybe they got a good idea. They're giving the addicts drugs. As far as I'm concerned, they should put 50-gallon drums of that stuff like every couple hundred yards on the sidewalks in Oregon, Portland, and Seattle, and then pretty much the problem would be solved in a matter of months. There wouldn't be any of them left.
That is one take, caller. That is definitely a take. But I'm with that in mind, I'm gonna go to Jim. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. This is my sign off for today. And I hope you all have a great day, great evening.
From the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Family Realty Newsroom, this is KNOX News with Jim Johnson.
KNOX News time is 5:30. A search continues on a northern Minnesota lake for an 18-year-old man after an ATV broke through thin ice Monday evening. It happened on Blackwater Lake in Cass County. The sheriff's office said two people were riding on the ATV when it broke through the ice just before 6 p.m. First responders were able to locate and rescue a 20-year-old man from the water. He was airlifted to a hospital in St. Cloud for treatment of hypothermia. The search for the second rider resumed on Tuesday. The names of those involved have not been released despite recent cold weather. Authorities have been warning of dangerous early season ice conditions on lakes across the state. Governor Tim Walz has announced $4.5 million to support law enforcement recruitment. Walz says the money would ease the financial strain for 100 potential officers, which comes at a time where police recruitment has dropped and 2,500 officers across the state are set to retire next year. The money will pay for the candidates' education and salary while they train after making a career transition into law enforcement. Minnesota Republican leaders urge Democrats to remove State Senator Nicole Mitchell from the chamber and start the session with an even 33-33 split. GOP lawmakers repeatedly called for Mitchell to step down or be removed from the Senate following news of the Woodbury legislator's arrest at her stepmother's home in Detroit Lakes. The renewed calls come as lawmakers prepare to share custody over the Minnesota House. Democrats hold a one-vote edge in the Senate after a special election in the Twin City suburbs. Hearings on a possible trial in Mitchell's case could coincide with the early days of the legislative session. A settlement conference is scheduled for December 31st. The Grand Forks Committee of the Whole approved the purchase of new sanitary sewer pumps.
The pumps will be installed as part of next year's rehab project, but we're ordering them, or we would like to order them early.
Dan Hansen is the water operations manager for the city of Grand Forks. He says the wipes that are flushed are creating problems. A cold weather advisory takes effect at midnight until noon Wednesday. Very cold wind chills as low as 40 below zero are expected over portions of northwest Minnesota and northeast North Dakota. Wind chill values can lead to hypothermia with prolonged exposure. Very cold temperatures can lead to hypothermia with prolonged exposure. Wear appropriate clothing, a hat, and gloves, and keep pets indoors as much as possible. Jim Johnson reporting. News Radio 1310 KNOX and KNOXradio.com.
Grain and livestock markets trading up on Tuesday. This is the American Ag Network. I'm Corinne LaRue with this closing market report. March corn and January soybeans are both up 7.25 cents per bushel. March KC wheat is up 6.5 cents per bushel. up 2.5 cents per bushel, and March Minneapolis wheat is up 3.25. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 3.35 points at 44,398.58. The U.S. dollar index is up 0.3 at 106.45. Just ahead of the close, corn is still surging following the higher than expected demand numbers, with ethanol use and exports rising by a higher than expected 200 million bushels. The soybean portion of the report was fairly neutral, with wheat numbers slightly bullish on a 25 million bushel rise in export. The wheat complex is posting gains across the three markets on Tuesday's midday. Chicago soft red wheat futures are 1.5 to 4 cents higher. There were 3 deliveries issued against December wheat futures overnight. KC hard red contracts are up 4 to 5 cents so far on the day, and Minneapolis spring wheat is 1 to 3 cents higher, with in delivery December up 13.75. The monthly WASDE report gave the bulls a somewhat friendly surprise as the U.S. wheat exports were up 25 million bushels to 850, with imports up 5 million bushels. U.S. ending stocks were down 20 million bushels to 795 million bushels as a result. First, the trade looking for the number to remain steady. Despite the tighter U.S. number, the world stocks were 0.31 million metric tons higher at 257.88 million metric tons. Much of that was due to a 1.16 million metric ton increase to carryover, as EU production was down 1.3 million metric tons. Crude oil is trading up 36 at 68.73. More in a minute on the American Ag Network.
We've been fighting the war on drugs for a long time. We answer the phone 24/7, 365 days a year. On a busy night, we answer hundreds of calls. This war on drugs needs our intervention.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has helped people struggling with drugs and alcohol.
When the phone rings, we help people when they need it the most. When we get a caller into treatment, it feels good. It's a blessing.
If you're struggling, drinking, using, and need to get clean, don't suffer alone in silence. Call Addiction Hope and Helpline.
Our people understand, and many are also in recovery. Call for support and strength. You can call for someone who can't or isn't willing. It's an act of love. Together we can help you beat this thing and erase addiction from your vocabulary once and for all.
Call 800-320-1993. That's 800-320-1993. 800-320-1993.
7.25 at 4.49. July corn up 6.75 at 4.57 1/4. January soybeans up 4.75 at 9.94 3/4. March soybeans up 4.75 at 10.25. January soybean meal up 2.5 at 2.92. January soybean oil down 0.08 at 42.72. March wheat up 3 at 5.61 3/4. July wheat up 3.75 at 5.77. March Kansas City wheat up 7 at 5.65 3/4. July Kansas City wheat up 6.75 at 5.80 3/4. March Minneapolis wheat up 2 at 6.05 1/4. July Minneapolis wheat up 3.75 at 6.22. December live cattle up 2.05 at 189.85. February live cattle up 2 at 189.02. January feeder cattle up $1.52 at 257.32. March feeder cattle up 2.25 at 257.45. December hogs up just 2 cents at 82.92, and February hogs down 1.92 at 84.57. Thanks for joining me for this closing market report. I'm Corinne LaRue with the American Ag Network.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Easy to get to. Small classes, one-on-one interaction. Faculty and staff at Lake Region State College in Devils Lake, North Dakota will know your name. Lake Region State College is an amazing option for students. The experience of LRSC opens numerous doors for you. Graduates have numerous options. Transfer to a university to complete a bachelor's degree or join the workforce in well-paying jobs in healthcare, business, automotive, energy, law enforcement, agriculture, and more. Check us out at lrsc.edu. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
I know that we are the men of steel, and most of you think we are a bunch of hard welders, machinists, and fabricators. Well, that may be true, but we also have a soft side too. Hello, this is Thomas with Grand Forks Welding and Machine, and when it comes comes to the holidays, we are big fans, just like everyone else, which is why everyone at Grand Forks Welding would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Plus, we would like to take the time to thank you for your business over the last 138 years. We appreciate you and wish your families a happy holiday.
Grand Forks Welding, Man of Steel.
This year has flown by fast. It was just 4th of July, and now it's fall, and that means the holidays are coming fast. Do you have your home projects ready for company? Hello, this is Chad with RBB Electric. Don't count on your cousin Andrew to help finish those home remodel projects. There should only be one turkey on the table this holiday season. Call RBB Electric to let us help you finish that wiring in your new bathroom or move an outlet for that yummy turkey warmer. RBB Electric in Grand Forks, Fargo, Crookston, and Bismarck.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
How well do you know your personal health scoreboard? Regular screenings with Alltrue's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Track your blood pressure, cholesterol, and more. Know your numbers and stay in the game of wellness. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000.
Toys for Trucks is your one-stop shop for all your auto accessory needs. Whether you need floor liners, seat covers, rain guards, or a tonneau cover, we are your solution. If you're looking to personalize your vehicle with a truck cap, suspension lift, running boards, or wheels and tires, then come into Toys for Trucks. Toys for Trucks has over 30 locations nationwide, including right here in Grand Forks. Hundreds of name brands, top-notch customer service, plus Toys for Trucks installs everything they sell. For more information, go to toysfortrucks.com or stop into our location in Grand Forks next to Walmart on Highway 2.
News Radio 1310 KNOX AM Grand Forks, 107.9 and 103.3 KNOX FM.
The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
Well, we welcome you to Red River High School this afternoon or evening and live coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Sports tonight from Midtown Grand Forks, where we get ready to start the Eastern Dakota Conference boys and girls basketball season. For Grand Forks Red River, they're at home to take on the West Fargo Horace Hawks, a team that on the girls' side of things has great expectations, and on the boys' side of things may be putting things together. And for Grand Forks Red River, a girls' team that's trying to figure itself out in the post-Jossie Schiller era. And on the boys' side of things, some great expectations that were told to us by Kirby Crefting, the head coach of the Rough Riders, this past Saturday on the KNOX Coaches Show. It's Ryan Cunningham, Joey Springer on our video work tonight. It's a doubleheader of high school basketball this evening here in Grand Forks, as we had on Friday night when Central was at home in non-conference play against Dickinson. The difference, though, is that tonight this one counts in the league. Only one non-conference game, or two perhaps, and Red River did play two. The Red River girls got into action against East Grand Forks in girls basketball, came back with a win over Minot North in the next matchup that they had, which was this past Saturday. And so 1-1 for Red River coming into the season. And for West Fargo Horace, well, we'll see what they have in store for us after a good start to their opening campaign, and they've got some wonderful athletes on both sides of the boys and girls side of basketball here tonight. But on this girls side, a couple of powerful athletes. One that we've heard of a lot over the past few years, Jaden Hale, who's a senior, good two-sport athlete for West Fargo Horace, and obviously a great volleyball competitor. We know about that, but had a really good start to her basketball season as well. But then add to her Lakin Donnelly, a freshman at 5'6", that just went off for 28 points in the first game of the season for West Fargo Horace. And so this is a girls team that really had a good start to their season as far as players that could score the basketball. For Red River, obviously looking for some answers. The cupboard's certainly not bare. Ella Spidell, a big part of those teams that made their way towards state championship matchups, state semifinals, and did a lot of big things during the Jossie Schiller era for Grand Forks Red River. And then add to that Shea Panos, who had a great volleyball season. We had a chance to see what she could do athletically. It's just a team that's settling into some new spots for some new players, different positions that they have to try to find their way into. And so it's a work in progress for the Grand Forks Red River girls basketball team. For the boys basketball team, a ton of athletes for Grand Forks Red River that you got used to during that very good football season. And they're going to see a few of the athletes they played against with West Fargo Horace's football team as well here tonight. And so it should be a nice little matchup between these two getting ready to go again. For those of you that are joining us on KNOX Live Sports this evening with our video coverage on our YouTube channel and also our web browser, you can notice that the teams are just coming out for their warm-ups. We had a junior varsity matchup that stretched out to be a little bit long tonight, and so our original start time of 5:45, we're going to blow that. We do that a lot in the doubleheaders, but I have to say that Red River's playing a ton of doubleheaders this year in basketball, and I really like to see that. I know on Thursday, Grand Forks Central's getting set to do the split thing with Fargo-Shanley again, where one game will be in Fargo, the other game will be here. I know some of the Fargo schools are still trying to maintain that, even in the 3-division system where there's only 9 teams in the conference, and I think at that point you're just kind of committed to a theory, and it's much better to try to get these doubleheaders in. And so tonight, here in Grand Forks, a chance to play a doubleheader of girls and boys basketball between West Fargo Horace and Grand Forks Red River. We bring it to you tonight courtesy of our premier sports partners. They include Rivard's Turf and Forage. They're a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. When it's time to plan out your next turf and forage product, it's time for you to check out Rivards.com. You can see all of their premium seed mixes that they mix right here in Grand Forks at their mixing plant. You're not buying from a big box store, which means you're not buying a one-and-done variety that came out at the beginning of the year. They can change the variety of seeds to mix with the growing conditions that are happening in our area, and the big box stores just can't offer that. Science is on their side of Rivards Turf and Forage. When the state goes looking for a project, Rivards is who they call. Rivards.com is how you'll find out more, and right now they've got a nice premium ice melter product that can do a world of good for you around your home as things get slick. And it's brought to you tonight as well by Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks. We also have East Grand Forks Green Wave girls basketball tonight on our second YouTube channel, and you'll find that also at KNOXradio.com if you're looking to take in Green Wave basketball tonight. Video coverage against the Crookston Pirates. That will take place over at East Grand Forks Senior High tonight, and you can find both of our channels at KNOX TV. And Grand Trailer Sales, big fans of the East Grand Forks Green Wave. We've got some Green Wave hockey as well coming up on Friday. Grand Trailer Sales is your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks. When it's time to make that trailer run the right way again, you can count on Grand Trailer Sales and their parts and service department to make sure your trailer gets back up and running. And if you do happen to need that next step up in your trailer, whether it's for fun or it's for business, they've got every make and model of trailer that you're looking for at Grand Trailer Sales. Stop and see them in East Grand Forks on Highway 2. Grand Trailer Sales and Rivards Turf and Forage are our premium sports partners, and they bring you our coverage of high school sports all throughout the course of the season. We're going to take a break in our pregame report, and when we come back, we'll set up Drive for the Title and show you a little bit about what's gone on so far in the non-conference season. Now again, a lot hasn't taken place as of yet, just for the fact that this is the first night of conference basketball, but we'll be able to give you at least a cross-section of what the teams have done in their very brief non-conference seasons. That coming up as we continue with our pregame report. Next, you can see our tip-off drive time to tip-off, with the clock down to 16 and a half minutes here in the gym at Red River High School before we get to the preliminaries and get ready to throw the ball up tonight. Our drive time to tip off is presented tonight by Nelson Auto of Grand Forks and by Mike's Custom Truck in Northwood. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats, to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop in to Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports this evening from Red River High School, where the Rough Riders get set to take on the West Fargo Horace Hawks in a girls and boys doubleheader this evening, with the girls up first. Our pregame report tonight is brought to you by True North Equipment, true to your values and ready to serve you in the upper Red River Valley. At any of their 10 locations, you've come to know their John Deere products in our agricultural area, and whether it's for your home, yard, or for your agricultural operation, True North Equipment looks forward to serving you. And our pregame report brought to you tonight by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. Their custom etching work that can put a patch on any type of clothing that you're looking for, hats, shirts, that type of thing, sometimes more durable than even custom embroidery. But they also offer their custom embroidery, their silk printing, and of course they have vinyl signage for you as well. Signature Graphics and Apparel in East Grand Forks, right by the bridge out to the point. Glad to have you along with us this evening as we move along with our pregame report tonight. Let's take a look at Drive for the Title. We have Drive for the Title in a couple of pieces tonight. Drive for the Title is brought to you by Toys for Trucks. They are your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. Now, we put the standings up for both boys and girls tonight. We'll be coming back to this coming up later in our boys matchup as well. But you can see West Fargo Horace with 1 game under their belt in girls basketball, 2 games under their belt in boys basketball. The Hawks came up with a victory in their opening game. Red River with a split so far this season. They were beaten by East Grand Forks to start off their season, then came back for a win over Minot North. And you're hoping with the team that wouldn't exactly describe them as young, but younger in the terms of minutes that have been played. You're hoping that they kind of become different early in the year, that they grow into some of their positions that they're going to be playing this year, which can be a little bit of a challenge when you've had a player like Jossie Schiller there for 4.5 years. We say 4.5 because she began making contributions about midway through as an 8th grader and obviously turned into the player that brought a state championship to Grand Forks Red River in girls basketball a couple of years ago. But Red River now 1-1 on the season. West Fargo Horace is 1-0 for those of you that can see that on your video screen. And on the boys side of things tonight, 2 teams that haven't been beaten yet. Horace 2-0 in boys basketball. Red River 1-0 in boys basketball, and so it'll be a very good matchup, or at least something we're looking forward to. And again, this one counts in the league tonight. And speaking of in the league tonight, let's take a look at the schedules that we have going forward for these 2 teams, or at least for what we have going on over the next couple of days. Tonight in girls basketball, West Fargo Horace is here, and you can see that the Fargo schools are still demanding that split of their boys and girls basketball games. So tonight, South goes to Jamestown in girls play, Jamestown goes to South in boys play. Davies will cross the river and go to Moorhead in boys play. Moorhead will cross the river and come to Davies in girls play. And we're going to have to do that coming up on Thursday. Shanley goes to Central in boys basketball on Thursday night, but Central will go to Shanley in girls basketball coming up on Thursday night. And then you can see on the bottom of your screen on Friday, Red River's going to Legacy for a doubleheader. They'll play girls and boys out there. So the teams getting the opportunity to sort of do it the way they want to. And I believe that doing things the doubleheader route is the right way to do it. And I really like that schedule a whole lot more. But as we go back to drive for the title to get this one started tonight, nothing in the league. These records are all non-conference records. Nothing to show you there yet tonight. Red River comes into this 1-1, and Horace is undefeated after a very good start to their season. And that's Drive for the Title, and it's brought to you tonight by Toys for Trucks. They are your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. Right now, we're talking about automatic starts. You use yours yet? I certainly have. I did so just this morning. When you want one that's going to work for you every time, you want an automatic start from Toys for Trucks. They have the premium products that you're looking for to make sure that commute in the morning is not uncomfortable. And when you're sliding around on these streets, a set of performance tires from Toys for Trucks is the way to go to make sure that that vehicle continues running the right way on those streets as they get slippery. Toys for Trucks, 6105 Gateway Drive. They're on Highway 2 West in Grand Forks, bringing you Drive for the Title tonight. Our pregame report continues, brought to you tonight by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. When we come back, we'll take a look at our game fuel for both the girls and boys teams, and we'll take a look at what those teams have to offer as far as key playmakers coming into their matchups tonight. That as we continue our pregame report tonight from Red River High School, it's the Rough Riders and the West Fargo Horace Hawks on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big, without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
We welcome you back to our coverage of high school basketball tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports this evening with our video coverage available to you at knoxradio.com. Look underneath the sports tab of the live sports page. And for those of you with a smart device at home, you can pull it up right through YouTube on your smart TV. Just go to KNOX TV. That'll be the channel you're looking for on YouTube, and you can find both of our matchups there tonight with Red River taking on Horace in a doubleheader, and East Grand Forks taking on Crookston tonight in girls basketball over at East Grand Forks this evening. We welcome you back to our pregame report tonight, presented by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. And True North Equipment, true to your values and ready to serve you with 10 locations in the upper Red River Valley. Let's take a look at our game fuel this evening, and it's presented tonight by Circle K. Circle K has a new location on South Washington and Grand Forks. A car wash open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 24/7. With their hours that they have available to serve you on South Washington and Grand Forks. And you'll also see a Circle K location that's now opened up on South Columbia Road as well. Circle K is coming to a location near you, and again, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. A great opportunity to get what you need at Circle K, and they bring you the fuel for the game tonight. Our game fuel, which is what these teams need in order to come up with something big. Tonight, for the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders, as far as the girls are concerned, we're going to be looking at a couple of players in particular. Ella Spidell, what can she get done inside? She's been playing varsity minutes since she was an 8th grader. She's now a junior at 6 feet tall, and she's going to command a lot of attention from opposing defenses. Now, part of the issue is getting her the basketball. In the past, Jossie Schiller has been the point guard for this team, sometimes an off guard, and Red River's had some guards that have been very experienced to try to get her the basketball. Enter Shea Panos. That'll be something that Shea will be looking to do. Shea will play a forward spot as well at 5'10", but the opportunity to dribble, drive, and draw for Shea Panos. She had a great volleyball season. We're looking forward to see what she can do. Also on the boys' side of things, Pierce Park scored 25 points in the Red River victory over Minot North on Saturday, and James Schindler had 15, and that's a big total for James Schindler. We'll be watching him in the nightcap tonight. On the girls' side of things, how about Lakin Donnelly for West Fargo Horace, busting out as a freshman at 5 feet 6 inches tall from a guard position to score 28 points in the opening game as this team from Horace defeated Bismarck St. Mary's by 22 in their opening matchup. And Lakin Donnelly had 28 in that matchup to go with Jaden Hale, who had 20 points. And Jaden Hale's a name that we've heard about in girls athletics for a long, long time when it comes down to this West Fargo Horace program. On the boys' side, Carter Evanson with 29 points per game in a couple of matchups so far. They've played 2 and he's averaging 29. That means he's very consistent. And Brady Westfall, 15.5 points per game for West Fargo Horace after 2 games of play this season. They've got some real scorers on the boys' side of things. That boys' matchup could be very good coming up later on tonight. But this one's going to be good as well. And again, for Red River, it's going to be Shea Panos and Ella Spidell really having to grow into leadership positions. Shea Panos didn't have to play a lot of minutes last year. Ella Spidell didn't need to lead. Those are going to be new roles for those 2 players for Red River tonight. And that is our game fuel, brought to you tonight by Circle K in Grand Forks, the new location on South Washington. Our pregame report continues, presented tonight by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We'll come back with our keys and our starting lineups and throw the ball in the air on this one in just a moment. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. And we're back with more in a couple of moments.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Wow, Ram buyers, listen up. Right now, get 22% off all remaining Ram trucks at Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. Yep, you heard right, 22% off. You pick 1500 or heavy duty and save 22% right off the top. Or get 0% for 72 months on select Wrangler, Grand Cherokee, Pacifica, or Dodge Hornet. These are huge discounts and 0% is back. It's a great time to take a test drive. Grab these huge discounts and low financing now at Nelson Auto Center, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. KNOX Live Sports tonight from Red River High School, where the Rough Riders get set to take on the West Fargo Horace Hawks in a girls and boys doubleheader. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. We thank our friends at True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel for presenting our pregame report tonight. True North Equipment, true to your values, ready to serve you with 10 locations in the Upper Red River Valley, and Signature Graphics and Apparel. It is your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. Our starting lineups for tonight's matchup are brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. FransonBank.com. For West Fargo Horace tonight, the guards will be Lakin Donnelly, a 5'6 freshman, Megan Jelmstead, a 5'6 senior, and Taylor Myshak, a 5'9 junior. The forwards are Jaden Hale, a 6'2 senior, Jordan Christopherson, a 5'11 sophomore. A really nice mix of seniors and underclassmen on this team. Brent Hintz has been doing it for a while. He's one of the better coaches that you're going to find around, and he's got a very good team that he brings into Grand Forks tonight. The starting lineup for West Fargo Horace. Tonight for Grand Forks Red River, the guards are Brenna Schock, a 5'7 senior, Emerson Byron, a 5'8 senior. This post tonight will be Ella Spidell, a 6' junior. And the forwards tonight, Shea Panos, a 5'10 senior, and Peyton Bergeron, a 5'9 senior. Kent Ripplinger, another season under his belt, coming into this year for Grand Forks Red River. Our keys of the matchup tonight, brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. It's always hockey season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. In fact, Central Red River coming up on Thursday night. All the youth players in Grand Forks get into that one for free on Thursday for the Crosstown Battle. Get that precision skate sharpening at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World, and of course the equipment for every position. For the Red River girls, use that zone defense effectively, because you're going to see West Fargo Horace try to inside out you. And for Horace, winning that one-on-one matchup inside going to be a key part of their matchup tonight. And those are the keys. The game brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. The opening tip is spiked out of bounds, and I believe we're going to have the officials get together without a second even being taken on the clock. And That's never a good sign. We had a very long junior varsity matchup. The officials confer, and they're going to say that Jaden Hale on the jump ended up sending the ball out of bounds. So Red River will get possession of the basketball to get things started. Brenna Schock into the front court, and the Hawks look to pick up the Rough Riders player to player. Panos on the top of the key, back to Schock. She'll take a look inside, looking for a screen from Ella Spidell. A stop by Schock after getting some double-team ball pressure. Ball to the right side, Panos on a baseline drive. A spin and a move back to Spidell in the perimeter of the shot clock approaching 10. She sends the ball back to the top of the key. Emerson Byron got underneath and found Peyton Bergeron for the first 2 points of the game. And the Riders take a 2-0 lead. That's a very good, very patient possession for Grand Forks Red River. Now the Riders with some ball pressure of their own, player to player. Perhaps going to put on that trap at half court. A stop by Horace as Megan Jelmstead brings the ball into the front court and finds Jaden Hale in the high post. My shot, left corner three, ends up strong. Rebound through the hands of Bergeron. She's able to get it, and Red River will get a stop defensively to start the game. 2-0 Riders. We played just under a minute to get things started. Brenna Schock stopped the basketball and had Lakin Donnelly knock it loose. She'll come with a backdoor pass left side. They go in towards Spidell, and that ball was knocked free. Ripped off the floor by Jordan Christofferson for West Fargo Horace. Hawks back into the front court. Myshak takes a look again from the top of the key and goes back to Lakin Donnelly for the Hawks. 2-0 Riders. Donnelly back to the circle, coming back towards the near side of the floor and finding Megan Jelmstead. Jelmstead corner Donnelly. Christofferson into Hale. Off the glass is good, and we're tied. Jaden Hale scores her first 2 points tonight. 20 in the matchup they had against Bismarck St. Mary's. A push up the floor by Bergeron, kick out. Emerson Byron, ball fakes a three, or had it blocked. Comes back up with it and tries to drive inside for a 6-footer, left it short. Donnelly comes up with a rebound for West Fargo Horace and brings the Hawks up front. Donnelly a stop, a kick left corner. Jelmstead baseline move into Hale, who spun free. Misses a layup on the right-hand side. Ella Spidell came down with a rebound. Going to see a held ball, and I believe Horace is going to have the advantage of the arrow. Horace in black with gold tonight for those of you on the radio side of things. And we'll see Red River in home white with the red trim this evening. Myshak to inbound the basketball from beyond the baseline. Donnelly goes up to get it top of the key. She drives and pulls up from the left elbow, hits a jump shot. That's a tough jump shot to hit. Scoring off the dribble for a 5'6" freshman. She belongs on the varsity floor, and Horace has a 4-2 lead. Schock underneath, Bergeron cut, missed it, got her own board. High putback is strong as well. Rebound deflected loose, and it comes down with Megan Jelmstead for West Fargo Horace. Christofferson dribbles off her foot. The ball's loose on the far sideline. This will turn into another held ball, and this time Red River will have the advantage of the arrow. Want to thank our pregame sponsors tonight, True North Equipment, true to your values, ready to serve you in Grand Forks, and Signature Graphics and Apparel for bringing you our pregame report this evening on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Emerson Byron stepping left, jab stepping towards the lane, comes back to Brenna Schock from right to left. Schock will kick out to Bergeron. Bergeron circles back top of the key, trying to get loose of Christofferson into Spidell. Turnaround 8-footer, rims out. Rebound comes down left side with Taylor Myshak for West Fargo Horace. Hawks by 2 at 4-2. Christofferson up front, looking backdoor and a lob pass to Jelmstead. She lost control of it. Let's go back to Red River on a turnover. Riders will get it back 2.5 minutes into the game. Brenna Schock will take the inbounds pass from Shea Panos for Grand Forks Red River. Schock drifting left, looking for a screen from Donnelly. This comes back to Panos on the right side. Myshak comes out to defender. Ball to the right corner, picked up by Bergeron. A stop-and-go dribble on the wing. Back to the top, a drive left side by Emerson Byron. Stop in the corner, back to the top, and on the elbow for Ella Spidell. Riders have penetrated a couple of times, but can't find the look inside they're looking for. Bergeron trying to run away with a couple of screens. 4 on the shot clock. Panos, a runner in the lane. Line drive that goes through for Shea Panos. Not exactly technically savvy on the jump shot, but Panos makes something happen at the end of the shot clock. Riders tie the game at 4-all. Lakin Donnelly with a behind-the-back dribble. Her defender fell. Off the dribble, she'll pull the trigger for 3. It's off the heel of the rim. Rebound put back inside. Jaden Hale, an offensive board, reaching up over a couple of Riders with position, scores it, and it's 6-4 Horace on the all-true scoreboard. Bergeron back to the top for Brenna Schock. Stepping left, whistle, hand check foul. They're going to get Lakin Donnelly with arms on against Brenna Schock. And a couple of changes for both teams. Ava Larson, 5'8" sophomore, checks in for West Fargo Horace. And the Riders will send in Reese Rems, a 5'7" junior, at a guard position. She'll replace Shea Panos, actually, in probably an undersized forward spot. Inbounds pass to Byron, who's defended by Lakin Donnelly on the toss. Byron stop and go. Stopped on the left elbow, hit by some double team pressure. Turned it back out to the perimeter, and Rems will run down the loose basketball. She'll come to a stop, trying to hand to Brenna Schock, who gets free of a defender. Schock driving right, looking down low. Pass deflected. Christofferson the takeaway. Lead pass up the floor for Donnelly in transition, and Donnelly's fouled hard from behind. Reese Rems got back to lay in the harm. And this will put Lakin Donnelly on the foul line for the Horace Hawks. So Horace will go to the line trying to make it a two-possession game for the first time for either team tonight. 2 points in the early going for Donnelly. She spies up her first foul shot, and it rims in and out. Remains a 6-4 matchup with 14:06 to play in the opening half of basketball. Going to see a sub coming up here for West Fargo Horace in a moment. Second foul shot is good for Lakin Donnelly, and Donnelly will step out of the game for Horace as Ava Niewind, a 5'8 junior, will find her way onto the floor for the first time. So the freshman who scored 28 points in the opening matchup of the season against Bismarck St. Mary's will get a break. 7-4, Horace on top of Red River by 3 on the All-True scoreboard. Brenna Schock up front for Red River. Looking left side, found Reese Rems on the wing. Wems a ball fake towards the top, now stops her dribble, finds Schock coming back to it left corner. Schock a drive along the baseline and dribbled off of Niewin's foot. Ball will stay with Grand Forks Red River. Inbounds pass will come in from Schock. Schock taking a look. Couple of cuts across. Byron coming open on the left wing. She'll work her way into the lane. Hard scoop shot to the basket, trying to get free of Jaden Hale. Left it a little strong. Rebound poked away in the backcourt. Actually, the rebound was secured by Ava Larson, and then her dribble was knocked away in the backcourt by Rems. But Larson's able to retrieve the basketball, and an over and back call coming up here against West Fargo Horace. Backcourt violation. Hale was trapped and tried to play the ball back to Megan Jelmstead, who was sort of the relief valve coming back up the floor, and Jelmstead hadn't quite yet got that back foot across the stripe when she took handle of the basketball. We see a change, and after a very brief breather, Lakin Donnelly comes back into the game for West Fargo Horace. Still 7-4, Horace by 3. Brenna Schock spins loose in the front court, driving left. Kicking left side, Bergeron taking the baseline. Shot blocked. Jaden Hale got back to block it. That's a big play coming back defensively for Jaden Hale when it looked like you were going to see Grand Forks Red River with an easy play to the basket. Nothing's been easy for the Red River offense tonight. Bergeron a stop, looking back to the foul line for Byron, and Byron tried to kick it out, had it stolen away. Christofferson comes up with a takeaway, leads the team front court. Donnelly from 16 pulling up off the dribble again, missing an offensive board right back. Jaden Hale, count it 1. Jaden Hale will score her 6th. And Grand Forks Red River will find themselves down by a 9-4 margin. Jaden Hale following a play, and the first foul of the game will go against Reese, or actually the second foul of the game will go against Reese Rems. And Red River's going to make a couple of changes here before the foul shot. Amy Jacobson, 5'7 junior, will come onto the floor. London Flanagan will as well. 5'10 junior. Flanagan's going to take the post spot. But 9-4 as West Fargo Horace gets 6 from Jaden Hale in the early going. And Hale has a chance at a three-point play. And the bonus is off the heel of the rim and won't fall. Peyton Bergeron with a one-armed rebound underneath the basket. Riders back into the front court. Byron off the right side of the floor for Red River. A kick to Brenna Schock, who mishandled the basketball. She goes back to pick it up off the floor. Near side Byron into London Flanagan, right post with her back to the basket. Skies one out towards the left wing, and Amy Jacobson will go up to take it for the Riders. Stopped her dribble, back right side, head fake, Byron cutting, got to the window, wave off the shot. Going to see a foul on the floor against West Fargo Horace. Foul's going to go against Ava Niewind. It'll be the second against the Hawks. They've got the Riders with 3. I've got them for just 2, both of them against Reese Rems, so I'm missing one out there someplace. Inbounds pass will come in from Schock. Near side, Jacobson, 18-footer. Pulling up from the mid-range and scoring. Amy Jacobson has her first 2, and we've seen the Hawks lead cut to 3. A score of 9-6 after 5.5 minutes of the opening half. Lakin Donnelly top of the key, swinging near side of the floor for Ava Larson. 3 out of the corner, got partially altered by Red River. Loose basketball picked up by Emerson Byron. The Riders want to run 4-on-4. Byron a stop, looking back towards the left side of the floor. Hale came out to contest it. Byron dribbles free, pulls up from 6, left it short. Flanagan had a rebound, couldn't find it. It's going back to West Fargo Horace. A couple of moments ago, let's do this right. In the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, you'll see the play here from West Fargo Horace in transition. Missed shot there, but there's Jaden Hale with the offensive rebound, drives through, takes the harm and scores, and that's what you get from Jaden Hale. She's got so much experience, knows how to finish around the basket, and the physical size can get her to the basket through contact. It's a big weapon for West Fargo Horace throughout the year. 9-6 Horace by 3, under 12 to play in the opening half on our all-true scoreboard. Ball right side of the floor, Lakin Donnelly out to the near side, three-point shot, fills it up. Ava Larson off the bench, knocks down a three. And West Fargo Horace takes a 12-6 lead over Grand Forks Red River. Ball right side of the floor, Emerson Byron for the Riders after they bring it back up. Bergeron on the top of the key. They look underneath for Byron. That cut was there, but Jaden Hale knocks the ball away. Able to get up with size and knock the basketball loose. Donnelly, a pull-up for three in transition, hits it. Lakin Donnelly steps back and knocks down a big three-point shot in transition. And the lead now grows to 9 at 15-6 in favor of West Fargo Horace. And the Riders need an answer offensively early going, I should say. Byron, a backdoor cut, got free, and that will draw a foul against West Fargo Horace. Foul's going to go against Ava Larson. That'll be her first, and the Riders will spend some time at the foul line. Another look at the three-point shot on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. And you don't have any confidence in your freshman, right? Up the floor, Lakin Donnelly, 5'6" freshman in transition, pulling up for three, and she's going to get the reins to do a lot of things this year for this Horace team from the looks of it. Riders down 9. Flanagan with a foul line jumper that's missed, got her own miss, follows it from 10 feet and hits it. London Flanagan with her first two. Lead cut to 7 at 15-8 in favor of West Fargo Horace on the all-true scoreboard. Donnelly running into the floor, 10-foot pull-up on the way off the run. She'll score again. Lakin Donnelly with 8, proving that that 28-point barrage that she had on the weekend was certainly no fake. She's got 8 against Red River tonight already. Lead back to 9 at 17-8. A drive, Rems looking into the lane, trying to find the post with London Flanagan, knocked loose by Donnelly, and a foul coming up against Red River. Donnelly trying to run out of there after gaining possession of the basketball. Foul will go against Addison Fargo, who checked in on the last dead ball. Fargo, a 5'6" senior, ends up getting her first foul. Red River now with 3 on the night. They haven't changed that part of the board yet. And the Hawks go looking for a double-figure lead. Donnelly between the circles, looking to hail high post. A turn in the undress, looking towards the corner. Kick the knee one, back out. Donnelly 3 again. Lakin Donnelly with another three-point shot. Donnelly steps back and knocks down what is her 11th point of the night. And it's 20-8 in favor of West Fargo Horace. And Horace will force another takeaway against Red River. Horace comes away with the basketball as Donnelly comes back up the floor, kicks to the baseline. Pull up on the way from 7 feet. That rattles around and goes in for Ava Newan, and that's going to draw a timeout from Grand Forks Red River. The Riders need to talk down 14. 22-8 on the all-true scoreboard. And a timeout brought to you tonight by our friends at Big Jim's Tire. Big Jim's Tire is your #1 supplier of agricultural tires in the region. Don't let downtime stop you. Big Jim's Tire will keep you going. And our timeouts tonight brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional item store and promotional clothing store in Grand Forks as well. Apex Apparel is family owned and ready to get that job done for you quickly and get it done for you right at Apex Apparel. Opportunity for us here as we get the timeout from Grand Forks Red River to give you a vegan construction look-in. Vegan construction designers, builders, engineers doing quality work in the region since the 1930s. And Lakin Donnelly, the freshman for West Fargo Horace, with a 12-point day already. 11 points. Jaden Hale with 6. 17 of their 22 coming from where 48 came from in their matchup this weekend. And that is our Vegan Construction look-in, brought to you by Vegan Construction. Riders with the basketball stepping into the lane. It's just ripped out of the hands of Red River's Reese Rems and taken back by Lakin Donnelly. Donnelly driving up the floor with the left hand, directing traffic, trying to work Taylor Myshak into position. Stead comes down low. They kick it back to the foul line. Christofferson with a pull-up jumper. Assist on that play coming from Megan Jelmstead, who didn't have what she was looking for. The lead is 16 all of a sudden at 24-8. 3 by Red River off the far side of the floor. That was Taylor Hodney that took the 3. Ends up strong. Rebound off the weak side to Jelmstead. Another transition 3 by Donnelly. This one off the heel and hit the wires. But Brent Hintz, the head coach of West Fargo Horace, no problem with his freshman taking the transition three-pointer. When you see freshmen on the floor nowadays in the EDC, 8th graders, you expect to see something that might be a little out of place, and you don't see it anymore. There are coaches that just have some very young players, particularly on the girls' side, that have developed their skill and they're ready to play when they come up as 8th graders and freshmen. We've seen it from Horace and now from West Fargo Cheyenne. Horace tonight as well. Jelmstead with a takeaway against Red River. And the Hawks will turn over Red River again coming out of the stoppage. A stop on the left wing. They look down low to Myshak. That's deflected out to the perimeter. Loose basketball's run down by Sydney Flanagan for West Fargo Horace. They kick left corner and a three that's in and out from Ava Newen. An offensive rebound inside. The turn scoop by Christofferson draws a foul. Foul will go against the Riders on the baseline with 8:25 to go. And the foul will go against Shea Panos, who's back in the matchup for Red River. Scoreboard updates tonight are brought to you by Altru. Regular screenings with Altru's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit altru.org or call 780-5000. Christofferson hits the front end, and the lead grows to 17. And on the back end, Christofferson rims that one in and out, and Ella Spidell comes up with a rebound for the Rough Riders. 25-8. Red River down by 17. Needing something here in the first half to build on. Brenna Schock stopping the dribble high, in all kinds of trouble against the pressure. Getting it away to Taylor Hodney. A look inside for Panos, deflected loose. Jordan Christofferson using some size, just take position away and come up with the takeaway. She'll find Ava Newen. Christofferson, Newen again, right wing three, and Newen hits it. Ava Newen with a three-point shot. The lead is 20 with under 8 to play. It's 28-8. In favor of West Fargo Horace. A stop, and they're looking on the baseline for Spidell. That's defended out of bounds by the Hawks. And Peyton Bergeron will find her way back into the matchup for Red River. Comes on the floor to replace Amy Jacobson in the Rider lineup. Jaden Hale will come back into the matchup. She'll replace Taylor Myshak for West Fargo Horace. Inbounds pass comes in from Brenna Schock for the Rough Riders. She'll trigger across along the baseline. Schock sending back towards the near side, able to find Hodney. A play back to the top of the key for Shea Panos. Got a screen, turns it back, and we'll see Spidell for three. That won't fall. Rebound knocked out of bounds. That was through the hands of Newen. She couldn't corral it, and Red River will maintain possession. Inbounds play will come in from Brenna Schock. Schock taking a looking in, sending one out top of the key, finding Bergeron. Defended well by Christofferson. That's something that we talk about the offensive side of things for Horace, but they have never been out of position defensively tonight. They forced Red River into an unforced error. And the Hawks haven't done anything special defensively. It's not like they've thrown some weird, strange zone or some sort of trap. They've simply just played very aggressive, in your grill, player-to-player defense, and it's been very effective in limiting what Red River can do at this point. Ball near side, a head fake, and a play to the corner. Christofferson from 6 feet on the run just missed it. And the rebound to Shea Panos for Grand Forks Red River. And now a whistle. And apparently Red River stepped on the baseline with it. Well, the official may have thought that the shot was made. He was ruling a baseline violation against Red River, but I think that's what's because he thought the shot was made and saw Red River just kind of step forward without passing the basketball. And we see another official stepping in saying, no, that was not a made shot. So Red River gets to keep the basketball. Interesting set of circumstances there. In the long run, they get it right. Rems on the floor, loses the basketball anyway. Jaden Hale goes down to pick it up, and she'll send it away to Megan Jelmstead. Here comes West Fargo Horace on the run. Ball on the right side of the floor with Newen to stop at the dribble. Back to Jelmstead, right corner, fighting off defensive pressure. Into Hale, stepping, coming back towards her left hand. Had the ball stripped loose. It'll work out to the perimeter. Picked up there by Rem. She's 2-on-1 up the floor with Panos. Makes the dish. Panos to the glass. Missing with a left-handed shot. They turn back to Spidell after a no rebound, and she'll hit an 18-footer. Ella Spidell just inside the arc, knocking down a long-range jump shot from the mid-range. And it's 28-10. Red River cuts the lead to 18. Christofferson from 15 the other way. That one a little short. Rebound picked up inside by Rems, and here comes Red River back the other direction. Rems off the left side. It's Red River moving from left to right for those of you on the radio side of things tonight. Ball to the right corner. Bergeron driving. Whistle and a hand check coming up on the right corner from Ava Newen, her second. Stops the clock with 6:34 to play in the opening half. And we'll see a couple of changes by West Fargo Horace. Ava Larson, Lakin Donnelly, both coming back into the matchup. Rems will inbound the basketball for the Rough Riders. Out to Bergeron. Foul line pull-up jumper, set piece. She missed it strong. Rebound Jaden Hale for West Fargo Horace. Hawks back up the floor, 3-on-3. Donnelly, a quick shake, drives the basket, carries one in. That would have brought the crowd to life. Ends up missing it strong. Riders come away with the basketball on a rebound. It's taken out by Emerson Byron. Top of the key, Spidell pulls up for three. That one rolls around and goes in. Ellis Spidell. Couple of buckets in short order for Grand Forks Red River. Spidell scores her fifth, cuts the lead to 15 at 28-13 as we approach the 6-minute mark here in the opening half. Ball on the right side of the floor. Jelmstead with it. High court-wide pass to the near side. Ava Larson a stop and a look in. They come back to Donnelly. Christopherson high post back to Jelmstead. Right corner three. In and out. Won't go. Rebound loose inside. Hale poked it up and will go back to the foul line for her efforts. Another offensive rebound for Jaden Hale. We'll see if the Riders are kind of playing their traditional 2-3 zone that they play. Peyton Bergeron picks up her first foul. That'll be the fifth on Red River. And when they play that 2-3 zone, often it's hard for them to match up on the rebounding situation as Hale comes up empty on the front end. A couple of moments ago on our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, Red River getting a bit of a scoring spark to the need after Spidell had hit a mid-range jumper. This was a hard-fought possession, but Spidell pulls up in traffic and knocks down a little nibbler three that goes in. And Red River got a spark on that at the moment and got themselves back to within 15 where they stay as Jaden Hale ends up missing both ends of the foul shots and is 0 for 3 from the foul line tonight. Emerson Byron on the left side runs into Lake and Donnelly loses the ball but got it back. Flanagan from the top of the key missing, and Hale the rebound was fouled. A reach after it by Reese Rems, and I believe Rems will pick up her third personal foul. That's a tough break for Red River. Rems has given them some nice minutes off the bench so far tonight. Riders had a player at the table anyway, and Rems will have to come out of the game. Brenna Schock, an original starter, at a guard position, will come back in. And West Fargo Horace will inbound. They enjoy the penalty now, does Horace, for the remainder of the opening half. That was the sixth team foul against Red River. Ball defended out of bounds by the Riders, and Horace will inbound on the backcourt. Inbounds pass near side coming from Ava Larson. Lake and Donnelly waiting for the basketball for West Fargo Horace. Another conference between an official and the table. And the inbounds pass will come in from Ava Larson. Donnelly has it. Donnelly working, going behind the back with a dribble, steps up into the front court, looks left corner, able to find a cut from Jelmstead, and she probably should have went to the basket. Ends up trying to kick out to the perimeter. Riders defend it loose, but Jelmstead wasn't looking for her shot. Her bench was. West Fargo Horace came rising to their feet as Jelmstead got to the glass, but in the end, Jelmstead chose the dish route. 17 to shoot, inbounds to Christopherson. There's an easy jumper. Jordan Christopherson with 5. She's been a nice spark for West Fargo Horace in a couple of moments as well. Lead back to 17 at 30-13 as we roll towards the 5-minute mark of the opening half. Horace in control of this one tonight. Ball on the top of the key picked up by Hodney. Now Byron stripped loose after she stopped the dribble. Goes back to Brenna Schock. A cut down the lane. Comes up short on a runner. And the rebound comes away with Jaden Hale for West Fargo Horace. Off to Donnelly on the right side for the Hawks. Donnelly crossover, steps the lane, pulls up from 6 on the teardrop. Missed it, fights for her own board. Christopherson got it, the putback won't go. And Brenna Schock comes away with the rebound this trip for Grand Forks Red River. Riders back up front, and again, they turn it over. It's a Red River team on a couple of occasions like that out on that left side. They just have not had the communication that they're looking for. And we've seen a couple of unforced errors where players have vacated their positions on the wing, made cuts towards the basket, and the ball just simply keeps sailing beyond the sideline on a pass that was meant to go to the outside. Jaden Hale trying to get loose on a bit of a shuffle step, and Bergeron picked up the basketball and then apparently traveled with it. And the ball will go back to West Fargo Horace after the Riders had earned a very brief turnover. Lakin Donnelly will inbound for the Hawks. Donnelly stands ready, ball above her head, looking top of the key, a reach to go get it, and it's picked up, kick back to Donnelly, three-point shot into the corner, ends up empty. Christopherson fighting for another offensive rebound, kicks to Jelmstead for 3, and that one won't fall. This time the board is run down for Red River by Addison Fargo, and the Riders will come away with possession, and we'll see a foul in the backcourt. Donnelly going to be called hands-on. That'll be her second. 5th on West Fargo Horace. Again, our other matchup tonight will be in girls basketball over on the east side. East Grand Forks and Crookston renewing their rivalry. You can find that on KNOX Live Sports tonight as well. It's on our KNOX TV2 video viewer that you'll find at knoxradio.com. Or you can go to KNOX TV on YouTube, pull that one in and go back and forth to take in both matchups tonight. Bergeron underneath the basket, a stop, back to Donnelly, or actually Flanagan. Kick back out, and a three-point shot from the top is good for Amy Jacobson. Jacobson coming up with a three-point chance for Grand Forks Red River. Riders back within 14 at 30-16. The Rider defense has kind of coalesced here a little bit, and they've made things a bit more difficult for the Hawks as of late. Ball knocked loose, and we will see it going back into the hands of West Fargo Horace on the held ball arrow. And Horace will inbound the basketball with Megan Jelmstead stepping across to do the honors. Take a look at the season that West Fargo Horace has had. They're having a tremendous athletic season as a school. Pull up on the running jumper from Flanagan, from Lincoln Donnelly. That one was missed. Rebound goes back to Grand Forks Red River. Riders trying to come back into the front court. Brenna Schock crossover to get free of Hale, who thought she had help on a half-court trap that didn't come together. Ball to the top of the key, picked up by Bergeron. A look inside, back to the basket for Flanagan. Kick out, Brenna Schock for three. That's in and out. And the rebound to Jaden Hale. That would have cut the lead to 11. Tried to put some newfound doubt into this matchup. Hawks back into the front court. Donnelly right side. Jelmstead into Christofferson. Trying to shovel across the lane to Hale. Hale's got it after a loose basketball out to the right elbow. Jelmstead, court-wide pass. They'll look towards the corner, able to find Ava Larson. Underneath, Christofferson taking a hit, pulling up and scoring. She got hit by Brenna Schock, but Jordan Christofferson has 7. And the lead is 32-16 in favor of West Fargo Horace. Back to a 16-point matchup for the Hawks. Ball on the left side of the floor for Red River. Taken there by Emerson Byron. Byron a stop on the right elbow. Looking in. Back to Schock on the top of the key, being chased by Jelmstead. Shot clock at 10. Flanagan high post left elbow. Backdoor cut Bergeron on the right side. Back to Flanagan across the lane. Let's come back to the right side. Catch and shoot. Jump shot on the way from Amy Jacobson. That won't fall. And a rebound foul is going to put the Hawks on the foul line. Go against Peyton Bergeron. That'll be her second. And this is going to put West Fargo Horace on the stripe to shoot the penalty for the first time here in the opening half with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. We see Brenna Schock coming out of the game here for Red River. They've made some changes all the way around. Schock trying to catch her breath and getting a little bit of a look from the all-true training staff right now. Not sure what happened there. Red River will send in Jillian Dunphy for the first time tonight, 5'6" freshman. For her first minutes, Christofferson will make the front end of the 1-for-1 penalty with a ball that rolls around and comes back in. Christofferson with 8. Game high tonight, 11 points for Lakin Donnelly. 2 threes, 2 twos, and 1 of 2 the foul line, but now 9 for Jordan Christofferson, and she's blue-collared her way there. 3 of 4 the foul line, 3 field goals as well. Lead back to 18 at 34-16, West Fargo Horace. Ball right side of the floor, hard take down the baseline for Taylor Hodney. Tried to turn and put it up. Rebound to Jaden Hale, gets tied up by Ella Spidell. Hale ripped it loose, but see a rather quick whistle on the held ball, and the arrow this time is going to favor Red River. You know, we saw the other night when Central was in action against Dickinson, they really kind of let them turn and try to get that ball free before the whistle. Tonight a little bit more quick on the held balls. I kind of liked the little extra physicality that was allowed on Friday night when Central took on Dickinson, and they gave him a chance to wrestle it free. Hodney a drive, Hale blocks the shot and then saves one and bounce. Heck of a play for Jaden Hale. And here comes West Fargo Horace into the front court. Under 2 minutes to play, 18-point lead for the Hawks at 34-16. Ball near side, taken up by Jelmstead out of the corner. Christofferson kicking court wide, finding, I believe, that is Ava Newen. Yes, it is. Back to the corner. Christofferson for 3. The post stepping out of the wing and hitting. Jordan Christofferson with a dozen points now, and all of a sudden it's 37-16. The lead back to 21 after Red River cut it to 14. A turn to the corner. Ball picked up by Hodney. Back to the top of the key. Head fake. Byron working inside. She tries to turn it back out to Jillian Dunphy. This is tipped into the Red River backcourt. Dunphy goes back to get it and dribbles free of pressure from Jelmstead. She'll bring it back. Shot clock kept rolling. It's down to 5. A drive into the basket and short on the play is Emerson Byron. Rebound taken by Christofferson. Here comes West Fargo Horace. Lead pass Hale in transition. Hale missed the layup. That would have been a big bucket for Horace to kind of end the opening half with. Instead, Jillian Dunphy will bring the ball back into the front court for Red River. 50 seconds to play, 22 to shoot. And Jaden Hale comes out, just throws a big body on Jillian Dunphy, is going to be called for the foul. Hale's first. That'll be the 6th against Horace. And when you see the way that West Fargo Horace is playing defense, as active as they have been, to not get to the penalty until just now with 45 seconds to go in the half, it tells you something about how technically sound they've played the game of defensive basketball here. Ball right side of the floor picked up by Amy Jacobson. She'll turn it back to the perimeter, and we'll see a travel against Jillian Dunphy. So the ball goes back to Horace. 37.4 seconds left of the half, so Horace has to put up another shot. Ball right side of the floor picked by Megan Jelmstead. Hale right elbow back to the corner. Newen. They go underneath, little give and go, and back to Hale. Pretty play. Jaden Hale will score her 8th. And it's 39-16. The lead out to 23 for West Fargo Horace. Shot clock turned off with 15 seconds to go, but Horace is getting it back. Horace will get the basketball back with 15.8 seconds to play here in the opening half of basketball, leading 39-16. Halftime report coming up. We'll have a couple of highlights for you from the opening half of play, get you set with all the scoring from the opening half of basketball. Drive on the right elbow, ball top of the key. Christopherson a look in, little pass on the high-low to Jaden Hale. Ball stripped loose, she got it, and she was fouled right before the buzzer. And Jaden Hale's going to go to the foul line, and now the officials are going to have to get together to decide how much time to put on the clock. Probably a good call on the foul. Just one of the things where see a lot of this in Grand Forks, where we get the conversations between the officials to really talk over how much time is left. The foul is going to go against Jillian Dunphy. And now we'll see how much time they put up on the scoreboard, but they're going to say 1.3 seconds left. So 1.3, which is just, an educated guess, if nothing else. That's really all that's going to be. And we'll see, is Horace going to take position around the lane? It's the 1-for-1 penalty, and Horace is going to choose not to look for a rebound here. So Jaden Hale is on her own to either make this and get another, or the ball just kind of hits the ground and that's it. Hale's foul shot is good. Hale now with 9, 1 of 4 foul shooting tonight. But the lead is 24 at 40-16. West Fargo Horace. Second foul shot on the way, 41-16. The lead is 25, Hale with 10. And the Riders will inbound and run out the clock. And that's a tough first half of basketball for Grand Forks Red River. West Fargo Horace comes in and puts up a 25-point lead in the opening half behind 3 really solid performances offensively in the first half of basketball. And the Hawks will lead 41-16 as we go to our halftime report tonight. Brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. And by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. We'll come back with that halftime scoring and some of our highlights next, so stay with us. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. We're back with more in a couple of moments.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network KNOX Live Sports tonight. We are at Red River High School, and your score at the end of the opening half is the Rough Riders down by 25 to West Fargo Horace by a score of 41-16. Ryan Cunningham with you here this evening. Joey Springer with our camera work here tonight at Red River High School. And the Riders competitive early in this one, and then West Fargo Horace got on a tear. And one of the big advantages for the Hawks in this opening half, a ton of offensive rebounds and a ton of turnovers that they were able to force. And really, the math gets to you pretty quickly in that situation. When you force turnovers and you have offensive rebounds, you simply have a ton of additional opportunities at the basket that your opposition doesn't have, and that leads to a good opportunity to produce what you did, which is a 41-16 lead. Add to that 3 really solid individual offensive performances for the Hawks, and the Hawks are rolling in their Eastern Dakota Conference opener tonight. Our halftime report is brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They are the men of steel at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. Count on them to get you moving again when downtime tries to plague you. Grand Forks Welding and Machine has you covered when it comes down to getting broken or twisted shafts repaired. Or if holes have decided to widen out and you need those tightened up, they can do that for you as well. They're ready to keep you moving at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. And our halftime report brought to you tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks with a system from High Plains Water. Find out how your quality of living simply goes up in your home. No more scarily buildup around your fixtures, appliances that last longer, and cleaner laundry with less detergent. These are things that save you money, better tasting tap water, you name it. A system from High Plains Water just make things work better in your home. High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. Let's take a look at a few of the highlights that we had in the opening half of basketball tonight. With our highlights of the opening half brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net, early going. You see what a player like Jaden Hale can do for you. Here's a missed shot that came from the far side from Lakin Donnelly, but a big physical offensive rebound, putback, and the foul for Jaden Hale, and she's going to be a great player this year. And then you've got the 5'6" freshman that had a big breakout game against Bismarck St. Mary's last weekend. Here she hits a transition 3. Lakin Donnelly on her way to a big half. Red River trying to fight back in this matchup here tonight. You'd see Ella Spidell getting loose, the post player for Red River stepping out in the perimeter, getting through some traffic, you could say, defensively from West Fargo Horace and knocking down a 3 for Spidell. And then off the bench tonight, we'd see a big three-point shot from Amy Jacobson. This is more of what Red River's looking for. Sneak one to the wing, find somebody that's open. Jacobson hits it. That's the best look that Red River had offensively in the opening half. And those are your first half highlights brought to you tonight by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. At the break tonight, though, as we mentioned, West Fargo Horace with some very good offensive performers. 12 points for Jordan Christopherson, who hit a 3 late to get to that level. 12 early for Lakin Donnelly. 11 early for Lakin Donnelly. Then stepped back, played a bit of a role, and also had her minutes limited due to 2 early fouls in the opening half. And Jaden Hale comes up with 10 points in the first half. So 3 double-figure performers in the first half for West Fargo Horace. Ava Newen added 5. Ava Larson added 3. And West Fargo Horace had a really nice run shooting 3-point shots. 5 3-point shots found the mark for the Hawks in the opening half of play. No one with more than 5 for Red River. Ella Spidell and Amy Jacobson each with 5. Jacobson off the bench with 5 tonight. Peyton Bergeron, Shea Panos, and London Flanagan all had single field goals to end up with 2 each, and that's Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. Bergstrom Electric brings you Who Lit the Lamp, and Bergstrom Electric is ready to help you with all of your electrical projects. They make the lamp shine brighter at Bergstrom Electric. Leading scorers, Amy Jacobson, Ella Spidell with 5. For Red River, Jordan Christofferson with 12 to lead 3 in double figures for West Fargo Horace. That's your halftime summary brought to you by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. We'll come back with second half basketball next. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. KNOX Live Sports here at Red River High School. Tough first half for the Rough Rider girls as they are beaten by a score, or rather, I'm sorry, they are trailing by a score of 41-16. We get ready for the second half of our doubleheader tonight. It'll be the Rough Riders and Horace in boys basketball. And we'll have that for you coming up this evening with our pregame report scheduled to go shortly after the conclusion of the girls matchup tonight. And we will be ready with tip-off for that one scheduled to be somewhere around, we're probably about 7 o'clock. No, I'm sorry, not 7 o'clock. It was scheduled for 7:30. And I'm going to guess we're probably about 7:45, closer to the 8 o'clock thing after we got this one started rather late tonight. Hawks with the basketball to start the second half. Lakin Donnelly, who had a nice first half, into the front court for West Fargo Horace. Christofferson on the top of the key. Coming back to the right side, Taylor Myshak. Given away to Jelmstead and back to Donnelly. Right corner three starts big. Lakin Donnelly now with 14 points. She is going to be a great player this year for West Fargo Horace. 14 to lead her team in scoring. And the lead is 28 at 44-16. Ball to Ellis Fidel, defended loose by Jaden Hale. Now a scrambles on the floor for it. Hale trying to rip it free, and a timeout was taken by Horace to maintain possession of the basketball. So the Hawks will use a timeout 34 seconds into the second half. Again, East Grand Forks and Crookston, we'll have that for you tonight as well on our second YouTube channel, so join us for that coming up. If you would like to check out Adrian Cummings, has the call for that one over at East Grand Forks tonight. Luca Carpenter with his video work this evening. And that is going to be on the air, I believe, shortly. They were scheduled for a 7 o'clock tip-off over at East Grand Forks. Timeouts tonight brought to you by Apex Apparel. They are your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks at Apex Apparel, on Demers, and Big Jim's Tire. Your number one supplier of agricultural tires in the region is Big Jim's Tire. Horace to inbound the basketball. Taylor Myshak will send it across to Lakin Donnelly. Back to Myshak on the left wing. Wants a deep three. Myshak hits it. Wow. Taylor Myshak steps back and hits a big three-point shot for West Fargo Horace. That'll be her first scoring of the night, and the Hawks push their lead to 31 in the very early going. It's 47-16. West Fargo Horace over Grand Forks Red River. Spidell to Brenna Schock on the right side for the Riders. Schock back to the basket, looking down to the baseline. Ball deflected loose. Hale reaching back to scramble forward. Again, another quick whistle for a held ball. Arrow's going to favor Red River. I'm sure that technically the elements of the held ball are met in those situations, but I think the fans really enjoy to see the opportunity of the players to kind of solve that on the floor. 10 seconds left to shoot as Spidell gets the inbounds pass, tries a hook shot that's missed. Lakin Donnelly comes back with the basketball for West Fargo Horace, trails up into the front court, looks left side and found Myshak. Found Myshak. They tried to play it back to the perimeter for Donnelly. It's defended out of bounds by Emerson Byron of Red River, and the Hawks will keep the basketball on the far side of the floor. Myshak will inbound the basketball for Horace. That'll come into Lakin Donnelly for the Hawks. Ball right side, Jelmstead. Back into the corner. Donnelly a turn, between the legs dribble. Leaves one out towards the far side of the floor. Threw that one away. Taken away by Brenna Schock. Up the floor, Byron in transition. Ball got stripped loose. Jelmstead got back to knock it away. And we're going to have another conversation between officials, and they're going to say that that was actually off of Byron's leg and out of bounds after Jelmstead got back to break it up for West Fargo Horace. And the Hawks will get the basketball. They'll force the turnover on the transition game from Grand Forks Red River. So another turnover forced by West Fargo Horace, and that's been a big part of the game tonight. Near side, Panos defending a ball loose, knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay Horace basketball. Inbounds pass off the near side of the floor to come in from Jelmstead. Christofferson turns, spots up. She'll get the ball back after sending it back to the corner. Now Donnelly for three. That one short off the front of the rim, and rebound cannot be saved as Jelmstead came over to try to get to it. It'll be on the baseline, and this will go back into the hands of Red River. Riders inbound 2 minutes into the second half, but down by a big number. It is 47-16 in favor of the Riders. Ball right side of the floor, picked up by Peyton Bergeron for Red River. A stop, shot, crossover dribble, driving left, looks down low, ball knocked loose, misses, pulled away inside by Myshak for West Fargo Horace. She'll find Donnelly with a stop-and-go drive, putting the shoulder down, turns it back to Christofferson, the left wing, back to a deep three from Myshak that's off the heel of the rim. Offensive board, though, Donnelly pulls down the loose basketball. Sends one to the lane for Christofferson. Short pull-up missed. Hale, the offensive rebound, puts it back reverse style. Jaden Hale with another offensive rebound putback. She's got a dozen. The lead is 35 for West Fargo Horace at 49-16. The Riders have not yet scored in this second half of basketball. It's an 8-0 run for the Hawks to start things off. Ball poked away, another takeaway. This will be Taylor Myshak coming up with the takeaway for West Fargo Horace. Hawks back into the front court. Christofferson right side. Donnelly a head fake on a three, a shake of the shoulders. Hale in the right corner. Stop. Kick back to the top. Christofferson from the foul line. Jump shot rolls in. 10-0 run to start the half. Riders going to change 4 when they get the next opportunity to substitute. Schock into the front court. Outside, right side to Emerson Byron. Byron a stop on the foul line. Ball deflected loose. Another turnover. Hale will turn it back to Donnelly on the left wing. Donnelly going hard to the basket, missing short off the front of the rim. Loose basketball to Bergeron for Red River. Sends it too strong up the floor to Schock. Another turnover, and this time Hale was back defensively. She pulls it down, and the Hawks are right back into the front court. Christofferson, left wing Jelmstead. Another deep three for Myshak. Good again. Taylor Myshak hits another three. It's a 54-16 lead on a 13-0 run for West Fargo Horace to start the second half. 14:09 left till the break. Timeout taken by Red River. For Apex Apparel and Big Jim's Tire, it's 54-16 Horace on the All-True scoreboard. We're back with more in a moment on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Timeout taken by Grand Forks Red River after a 12-0 run, rather a 13-0 run for West Fargo Horace to start the second half that spanned 3 minutes 51 seconds of game time. It's 54-16. The Hawks leading by a 38-point margin. Taylor Myshak, couple of deep threes to get the second half scoring sparks, if you will, for West Fargo Horace, and the Riders really running out of options. Flanagan back in, Rems is back in, also back in Amy Jacobson for Red River, and into the corner ball with Jillian Dunphy, I believe. No correction. That was taken by Hodney. No, Addison Fargo, rather. Here's a drive to the basket from Hodney, and Hodney will pick up a foul. The Riders, I thought, were subbing out 4. They may have subbed 5, and it looks like they did. They had sent 4 to the bench, but now they've brought the entire starting lineup back over to the bench, and Eric Sanders, assistant coach for Red River, currently coaching them up while the Riders shoot foul shots as Hodney was in the act of shooting and breaks up the 13-0 run. Makes it 54-17. Riders down 37 in the matchup. And Hodney, a left-handed shooter, is at the line. Her second, tried to bank it in, and Christofferson comes up with a rebound for West Fargo Horace. Hawks back into the front court of the basketball. A slip by Christofferson. She'll turn it back to Myshak. Right side, it was Donnelly looking down underneath. Ball will stay with West Fargo Horace, porked out of bounds by Red River. We mentioned Taylor Myshak. I saw that last name and just remember those West Fargo Packer teams back in the 90s had, I believe, a Travis Myshak, or was it Scott Myshak? I forget. A 3 on the way by Donnelly from the left wing is good. Lakin Donnelly with 17 makes it a 40-point Horace lead at 57-17, but I just kind of wonder if that Myshak has, it's Scott Myshak now that I think about it, from those Packer teams that were winning state championships back in the early 1990s, 93, 92 in there. And I wonder if that would be a relative, if you will, because the basketball lineage would be pretty strong. Here's another 3 by Myshak that's short. Rebound deflected loose to the near side of the floor. Jaden Hale fell on it, then dribbled while on the floor, and then has it tied up by Taylor Hodney, and we'll see a held ball that will turn it over on the arrow to West Fargo Horace. A little better than 5 minutes into the second half, and a change made by the Hawks as Ava Niewend will come into the matchup. Opening night in the Eastern Dakota Conference, and the Hawks well on their way to putting Red River in the rearview mirror in the opening game of the season. That counts in the league. Donnelly will inbound the basketball, comes back to the top of the key for Ava Niewend. Back to Donnelly, baseline pull-up jumper off the dribble, missed it. Hale reaching up, able to bring down an offensive rebound, steps between a double team and got fouled on the way to the basket. Nope, travel's gonna be the call against Jaden Hale. Hale trying to step through a double team, maybe trying to get some contact, maybe trying to get the familiar, if you will, contact there and just didn't get it. Riders back into the front court with the basketball. Ball off the right side of the floor. And spun back towards the near side of the floor for Grand Forks Red River's Reese Rems. And Rems ends up turning it over. There's a takeaway by Horace the other direction. A huge host of players that end up hitting the deck. And a foul coming up against the Riders. Going to go against Addison Fargo. That'll be her second personal, first team foul. And we'll see Lakin Donnelly coming out of the matchup. So Donnelly will step out for West Fargo Horace. Inbounds pass goes left side. Christofferson back to the top of the key. Ava Larson looking corner, ball ticked away. Red River will come back into the front court after deflecting a pass. Ball off the right side taken by Fargo. Kick out, 3-point shot, no good from Amy Jacobson. And a rebound battle. Jaden Hale will end up pulling away the rebound for West Fargo Horace. Hawks back into the front court, comfortable lead. Sydney Flanagan has stepped into the matchup for Horace. Ball ends up deflected out of bounds, and this will stay with the Hawks on the far side of the floor. 40-point lead at 57-17. Those two big threes by Taylor Myshak, part of 4 3-point shots that have hit the bottom of the net. Here's a cut by Jaden Hale getting the basket. Missing, goes up for Ole Miss. There are 4 different riders there. One ended up tying the basketball up. That was reached in by Taylor Hodney. And Red River's going to get it back on the held ball arrow. So the Riders forced the tie up and will inbound the basketball. Still down 57-17. Lost in this is the fact that over 6 minutes has gone by without Red River scoring a field goal. Now we'll see a foul against Horace pressuring the basketball. That will go against Sydney Flanagan. Flanagan, first minute, sophomore at 5'6". Stepping into the matchup first time here in the second half. And we will see Addison Fargo coming over to the near side, was going to inbound the basketball. Now Taylor Hodney will inbound it for Red River. Christofferson fronts the basketball. She's had a nice game. Inbounds play to Rems for Grand Forks Red River. Rems crossing her rule towards the near side of the floor. Kicks it out towards the left corner. Hard take to the rack, and Christofferson puts some body in front of Taylor Hodney. And Christofferson will pick up a foul. That'll be her first. Third against Horace. And the Riders will keep the basketball in the front court. But 6.5 minutes of the half here played without a field goal for Red River. Still looking for their first basket, or field goal, I should say, in the second half. They have 1 foul shot. Taylor Hodney's hit 1 out of 2 from the foul line. That's their only scoring here in the second half. We played 6.5 minutes of it. Ball top of the key, Rems. Looking back near side, down the baseline. Flanagan gets a look from 6, misses, but will go to the foul line. Good dribble, drive, and draw by Hodney, opening up Flanagan. And the second foul against Sydney Flanagan of Horace. We've got 3 Flanagans tonight. London Flanagan is a player for Red River. There's a Katrin Flanagan for West Fargo Horace, and a Sydney Flanagan for West Fargo Horace. London Flanagan for Red River hits her first of 2. And the lead is cut to 57-18. And the second of 2 foul shots coming up for Red River's London Flanagan. That will not fall. Rebound slapped and ends up out of bounds off of Taylor Hodney. And this will head back to West Fargo Horace. 57-18. Lead is 39 for West Fargo Horace over Grand Forks Red River. Ball ends up loose out in the middle of the floor and picked up by West Fargo Horace momentarily for Myshak. Now comes back to Red River. Ball on the right side of the floor with Amy Jacobson. The foul coming up. And boy, oh boy, we're getting a little touchy here with the 39-point lead. Ava Larson will be called for her second. That's the 5th team foul already against Horace. And so what you run into in that situation, the crowd will get really listless if it takes place. You have a 39-point lead for one team, and then if this turns into a lot of penalty foul shots throughout the second half, that really extends the game. Crowd filling in. Anticipation of the boys matchup tonight. 3 on the way by Rems. Banks in. How about that? Bank shot for Reese Rems. That's the first field goal of the second half, and it comes at 10:48. A 7-minute and 12-second span to get the first field goal for Red River. And we'll see a jump ball as the ball ends up on the floor being pressured by Red River, and Horace will have the advantage of the arrow. We'll have the boys matchup for you tonight as well. There will be a brief intermission between matchups. Dave Ramsey will entertain you only momentarily between the games while we get set with our starters for game 2 and that type of thing. Some trapping pressure from Red River in the backcourt. Hawks beat it. Ball in the right corner with Niewind. It'll come back towards the right wing for Ava Larson. Back to Ava Niewind. Larson taking a look in, high court wide pass. Myshak baseline drive, had the ball slip free. And the ball comes back to Rems for Red River. Rems back into the front court for the Riders. Looking inside to Hodney, a turn back to Flanagan, shot blocked over the top. Jaden Hale blocked Flanagan's shot. Loose basketball, Myshak 2-on-1. Hale takes it, Euro steps her way to the basket, scores the left hand. Jaden Hale with 14 points. And it's 59-21. Lead back to a 38-point margin in favor of West Fargo Horace. Ball at the right side of the floor, picked up for the Riders by Amy Jacobson. On top, ball fake, Rems coming off a screen, stopping, back near side, Hodney, kick out. Ball in the left corner again, taken by Amy Jacobson. Flanagan down low, muscling her way in and scoring. London Flanagan found a mismatch inside. The Riders will take a 30-second timeout as they were looking to put the original starting five back on the floor. It's a timeout for Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks, and a timeout for Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of agricultural tires in the region. The lead is 36 at 59-23. How did it get started? Our American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency replay, and what we saw really was a couple of big three-point shots for Taylor Myshak. This is deep for Myshak. She steps out and hits it. That was the second of those 2 3-point shots that got things going for West Fargo Horace in the second half. And they hold Red River for 7 minutes and 12 seconds without a field goal in the second half of play before a 3-point shot sort of trickles its way in off the heel and the backboard from Reese Rems. 59-23, West Fargo Horace with a 36-point lead and the basketball. Inbounds pass will come in from Taylor Myshak for West Fargo Horace. In the backcourt, picked up by Ava Niewind. And Niewind facing trapping pressure, and now a turnover. Peyton Bergeron with the starters back on the floor forces the turnover. A stop, Brenna Schock. Back out to the wing for Bergeron. A step right side by Byron. Now Shea Panos trying to cut to the basket. Shot may have been altered. Myshak comes up with a loose basketball, but a travel coming up against Myshak. And the ball will head back into the hands of West Fargo Horace. Boy, for a Tuesday night, we're going to have a really good crowd in here. West Fargo Horace has traveled well. I think they feel pretty good about their boys basketball team, and I think Red River feels pretty good about theirs as well. So we may have a pretty ruckus crowd in here tonight for the second half of our doubleheader. Inbounds pass underneath comes in to Ella Spidell. Shock off a screen, stripped, and a travel, no held ball. Boy, that's a quick held ball whistle. I mean, that was ripped away by Christofferson, and obviously you're partial to Red River in this situation, but you don't have to, I guess, but as a fan, you'd really like to see the players have a chance to figure that out. Brenna Schock, a stop. Back top of the key, Byron stepping left. A look, back out to Schock. She'll cut her way into the lane, pulls up from 6 on a runner and missed it, but a foul. And this is going to put Schock on the foul line for the Rough Riders. Boy, the clock just continues to run here. I'm not sure if there's running. Did they put running clock into Class A? They must have. I didn't expect that they had done that. Now they've stopped the clock. First foul shot is on the way and no good. I wasn't aware that they had adopted the continuous clock rule. Maybe there was just a mishit at the scoreboard. Maybe not, though. Schock's first is no good. The second on the way is also no good. The rebound's banged off the backboard, and Christofferson will come up with it. So Brenna Schock ends up 0 for 2, and the Hawks are back into the front court. I didn't realize that there was running clock, and I'm not sure that there is. 3-point shot comes up strong from Lakin Donnelly. Offensive rebound. Christofferson spins one back, just falling away, and Jordan Christofferson has her 16th point tonight. Nice play by Jordan Christofferson. 61-23. All West Fargo Horace right now. Ball top of the key. Byron looking right side. Found Peyton Bergeron. Bergeron, couple of jab steps left, drives hard down the lane, misses the layup strong. Offensive rebound, Panos back to the basket, left that one short. And this time the rebound, Ava Niewind for West Fargo Horace. Out to Lakin Donnelly for the Hawks. Donnelly between the legs, steps back into the right corner. A look trapped along the baseline, swings it back out to Myshak, left wing, now Christofferson. Left side, Jelmstead. She'll work back towards the top of the key. Donnelly steps in towards that 2-3 Grand Forks Red River zone. Donnelly a stop. Foul line, Christofferson. Shot clock winding down to just 5 seconds. Donnelly will force up a 3 and hits it. Lakin Donnelly with a 20-point night. That's her 5th 3. Her second 20-point night to start the season. 41-point lead for the Hawks at 64-23. Bergeron to the top of the key, working with Spidell. To Brenna Schock on the right side. Schock, hard take, whistle on a shot that's missed. Clock continues to roll here, though, so there must be a continuous clock rule that's come into play at the Class A level. Foul will go against Lakin Donnelly. That's going to be number 4 on Lakin Donnelly. And we're going to see a timeout taken by West Fargo Horace with 7 minutes left to go. They're going to use a 30-second stoppage. So again, you know, sometimes I don't check to see where the rules are, and sometimes those that are involved in the management of the game don't let us know what to look for either. But a continuous clock rule's been at play for Class B basketball for a while. We're used to it there. We hadn't been used to the game moving to the AA level, and of course you have the 3-division split, and so maybe that had something to do with it. But not familiar with seeing a continuous clock rule in the top division of basketball until we've seen it here tonight in the second half. Certainly not a bad rule to have. It does shorten the game, but in the long run, you wonder about at the Class A level. You know, I know when they put the continuous clock rule into play, the Class A coaches kind of said, no, that's not for us. We're going to gut it out, and we're going to play it the way it is, and that's just the way we're going to do things. And then it seems like after a few years, if that rule has come into play, they kind of decided the better for it. So we'll see Red River at the foul line out of the timeout by West Fargo Horace. First foul shot is no good. Brenna Schock comes up with her third miss from the foul line. Just not a lot going well tonight for Red River. 7 field goals in the first half. They've been limited to 9. They have only 2 field goals in the second half. Schock knocks down the second foul shot. That will cut the lead to 14. And Brenna Schock will step out of the game while West Fargo Horace gets the basketball back. Donnelly in the backcourt has 4 fouls now, so she'll have to be careful. She's had 20 points in limited minutes. Remember, in the first half, she played limited minutes due to picking up her second foul shot. Hale against the zone, drawing a defender in the middle of that zone now. Works back right side, Jelmstead trying to go back in the lane. That's poked away. Reese Rems comes up with the takeaway. Comes up the floor looking for London Flanagan. A stop. Looks to the baseline, nothing there. Kicks it back out. 3 on the way, that's up and off. No good for Madison Fargo. Fargo with her own rebound. Kicks right side. Jacobson for 3. That doesn't fall. And off the floor, a rebound to Jelmstead for West Fargo Horace. Hawks back up the floor. A stop by Jelmstead on the wing, taking a look in. Leaves one for Christofferson along the foul line. That poked loose. Rems got it. Sent it up the floor looking for Jacobson. A hard take to the baseline. Tried a little lay-in and missed it short. Christofferson the rebound. Off to the near side for Donnelly and West Fargo Horace. Ball kicked left side of the floor. Taken up there by Ava Niewind. Comes back towards the right. Christofferson on the elbow. Back to Niewind. Left side 3-point shot on the way. Good for Ava Niewind. Ava Niewind with 8. And the 3 continues to be a good look tonight for West Fargo Horace. Lead is 43 at 67-24. Clock down to 5:40 to play. Ball top of the key looking near side. Jacobson coming back. Double team switch on her. She'll stop, come back to Flanagan. Flanagan scores inside. London Flanagan with a nice half. 7 points, 5 here in the second half. And it's 67-26. Red River back within 41, but still Horace running away with it. Hale from the foul line left it short. And the rebound comes down with Reese Rems for Grand Forks Red River. Rems coming up the floor, looking left side. Head fake, take down the baseline. Flanagan will pull up from 6, missed that. Rebound loose again to left side. Donnelly took it away. Donnelly trying to get off to the races, ridden all the way from behind. The foul coming up, I believe, against Taylor Hodney of Red River. So I'll just start kind of eyeballing in how the clock works here. They're not going to stop it through the administration of a foul that doesn't result in foul shots. So Horace will make subs while the clock continues to run. And some changes for Horace. They're pulling Jaden Hale, Christofferson, Donnelly. They played their final minutes tonight. Set to go to 1-0 inside the East region. Ball right side. Flanagan for West Fargo. Horace will hit a jumper. Sydney Flanagan with her first 2. Lead is 69-26 to a 43-point margin for West Fargo Horace. Rems a stop. Coming back to Amy Jacobson. She'll kick out towards the right side. Hodney reaching down to pick up a loose basketball on the floor. Hodney a stop, sets a dribble, got a screen from Flanagan, kicking out near side. 3 on the way from Addison Fargo. Won't fall, but London Flanagan with an offensive rebound to put back. And London Flanagan has had herself a very nice second half. Flanagan with the offensive rebound put back to cut the lead to 41. And the clock continues to roll all the way through this. They were stopping once the foul shooter was set to take a shot. But the clock continues to run here. I'm not sure if it's a new rule, and so right now Kent Ripplinger talking with Donnie Doyle on the sideline, and I'm not sure if they're talking about that rule or not, while London Flanagan gets ready from the foul line for Red River, and Flanagan's foul shot is good, so she completes a 3-point play. Take a look at it again, the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, and great play here by London Flanagan. There she sets the screen, rolls, and put herself in position on the backside to get an O board. Puts it back through contact and scores it. One of the few highlights tonight for Grand Forks Red River. Horace back into the front court with their lead down to 69-28, 41-point edge. And we'll see a travel coming up as Avery Thomas, 6-foot junior, new to the game for the Hawks tonight, ends up making a spin move and stepping through a double team. Well, the continuous clock roll is going to put us on track for maybe a start of around 7:45, 7:50 for the boys game tonight, so not too terribly long after the junior varsity matchup that was very close got strung out due to some foul shots down the stretch tonight. Red River with the basketball, a drive, Hodney to the basket, missed it, fouled, and the foul will go against Avery Thomas. And Taylor Hodney's going to go to the foul line. Riders have made some changes as well. Annalise Motherwell, 5'9" junior, finding her way into the game. Brielle Schock, a 5'6" 8th grader, coming up. Last time we brought an 8th grader up, worked out pretty good. Reagan Hodney, a 5'8" freshman, stepping into a varsity role now as well. And now the clock is stopped again. Again, it's a new thing for everybody, I suppose, and so might not know how to administer it down to the table. Both foul shots come up empty. And the rebound goes back to West Fargo Horace as the Hawks work their way into the front court. Horace will make changes as well. Olivia Suda, a 5'5" freshman, into the matchup. We see a held ball that's going to award the ball back to Red River on the arrow. Really brief post-game wrap-up, which we'll have for you coming up. And then after that, we'll come back and get restarted. There was a buzzer at the table. Clock still running here. I think they're saying that Horace should have had the basketball on the arrow. So they had awarded the ball to Red River, but they're going to award it to Horace. So Horace will have the basketball with 1:52 left to go in the matchup. Boy, oh boy, now we're going to get the officials together again to talk things over. There is 1:52 seconds left in the game. That is a 40-point lead. Inbounds pass will come in from Sydney Flanagan. Flanagan will inbound it back to the stripe. Kendall Mueller, new to the game for West Fargo Horace, comes up with a touch. Olivia Suda, stop to Sydney Flanagan. Back towards the near side, a drive by Kendall Mueller. She looks in trying to find Thomas, and Thomas kicked it out to the wing, and that ends up going beyond the sideline. 90 seconds to go. Riders going to fall to 1-2. West Fargo Horace will improve to 2-0. And Horace has shown us some things in the first couple of games. When it comes down to where their scoring will come from, they have some very nice scoring players in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Hawks force one more turnover. And an inbounds play will come in from West Fargo Horace's McKenna Coulter. So Coulter new to the floor as well. Coulter driving up on the near side of the floor. Stop and a look, coming back towards the top of the key. Looks back right side, ball disrupted, but Sydney Flanagan will come away with it for the Hawks. Shot clock at 10 seconds, ball near side. Head fake and a baseline move for Olivia Suda. Turned away by some pressure, ends up falling out of bounds. And foul coming up against Red River will be their third. Ball will stay with the Hawks. They're going to reset the shot clock. And the inbounds pass is going to come just under the 30-second mark. So the shot clock is now turned off. Ball ends up on the floor after a forced takeaway. Ella Nelson comes up with a takeaway for Red River. Drive up the floor by Hodney. She ends up slipping and going to the basket. And Ken Ripplinger looking for a foul on that, but it kind of looked like Hodney got her feet out in front of her. And Horace will get the basketball with 10 seconds left, and they don't even have to bring it across the stripe. 2-0 for West Fargo Horace, and Lakin Donnelly, a freshman, with 20 points and 5 threes tonight, a big part of the reason why West Fargo Horace wins this one. Final score, West Fargo Horace 69, Grand Forks Red River 29. Our post-game report and a wrap-up of this one is coming up in a couple of moments, so do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Sports.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. We'll get you back to our finest auto trim, finest cover of the game a little bit later. Tonight, game 1 goes handily to Grand Forks Red River. To West Fargo Horace. The Hawks defeat Grand Forks Red River by a score of 69-29. Post-game report tonight brought to you by Spray Advantage. Everything you need for spraying and for application on your farm. The difference between Spray Advantage and their competitors is that Spray Advantage has what you're looking for in stock. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, seed tenders, 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spray Advantage, make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. And our coverage also brought to you tonight by our friends in our post-game report by Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Precision agriculture, law enforcement, nursing, just a few of the careers that you can supercharge your way into at Lake Region State College. Get done in 2 years and start earning, or take the 4-year route by taking those credits with you to any 4-year institution in North Dakota and continue your agricultural journey. Lake Region State College, we change lives. A couple of highlights that we had from the second half. With our highlights brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Big first halves for Lakin, Donnelly, Jaden Hale, Jordan Christofferson. But it gets going with Taylor Myshak showing you what she can do. Deep three-point shot to get things started for Myshak in the early going. And then Myshak doing it again. You'll see a deep three, that one coming from a miss off the far side of the floor. Actually, this is Christofferson. My apologies. Myshak did that twice. There's Christofferson, a little turnaround scoop putbacks. They were getting it done in a lot of places. Red River at the end had a nice second half from London Flanagan. There you see her set the screen. She moves to the block and picks up an offensive rebound putback along with the foul for London Flanagan. And those were some of the highlights that we had in the second half. Brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Individual numbers, 20 points for Lakin Donnelly leads the way tonight. For West Fargo, Horace, 16 points for Jordan Christofferson and 14 for Jaden Hale. Ava Newwind added 8 off the bench tonight. Those 2 threes for Taylor Myshak gave her 6. Ava Larson with 3, Sydney Flanagan with 2 for Red River. Leading scorer is going to be London Flanagan's 10 points. She'll end up with a double-figure night, will London Flanagan. No one else with more than 5. Amy Jacobson and Ella Spidell each had 5. We didn't see much of Ella Spidell or the starters really in the second half. Reese Rems hit a 3 for the first field goal of the second half, and it took Red River 7 minutes and 12 seconds to get a field goal in the second half. Peyton Bergeron with 2 points tonight. Shea Panos with 2. And singles for Brenna Schock and Taylor Hodney. And again, your final score tonight, 69-29. That's your post-game summary brought to you this evening by Spray Advantage and Lake Region State College. Up next, it's the boys' half of our doubleheader, and we'll have that pregame report starting for you right around 7:37 tonight. So join us right around 7:37 for the second half of our doubleheader this evening, and we'll bring you to it. Until then, we'll be joining the Dave Ramsey Show already in progress, but the the second half of our doubleheader is on the way, so stay with us for it. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. The second half of our doubleheader on the way next.
Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks is your locally owned dealership, and we have a great starting lineup: Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. Nelson Auto Center of Grand Forks, proud to be part of the Grand Forks community and proud to support local sports.
At Mike's Custom Truck in Northwood, we carry all the parts and accessories for your diesel truck that you might need to fix it or for performance. Hello, this is Amanda. Call me and I will drop ship any part from any dealer that we carry to you, like a turbo, upgraded fuel pumps, filters, edge products, brake pads, or rotors. You don't even have to make the drive. So if you need a part or accessory sent to your door, go to mikescustomtruck.com or call 701-587-6335. Mike's Custom Truck, your super performance diesel center in Northwood, North Dakota.
Hey everybody, Brian here from the Golf Center with another great golf season. This time of year, many of you take part in indoor golf. Before your simulator league begins, stop in for all the gear and accessories you may need. Maybe even that brand new driver. The Golf Center, where your game begins.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
True North Equipment has been providing quality John Deere products, services, and technology solutions since 1897. Visit TrueNorthEquipment.com to check out inventory, shop and order parts, and see open positions. True North Equipment, true to our values, driven by you.
The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
We welcome you back to our coverage of high school basketball tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network at KNOX Live Sports. It's part 2 of our basketball doubleheader tonight here in Grand Forks. And Grand Forks Red River at home with a record of 1-0 after a win over Minot North on Saturday. They're going to take on West Fargo Horace, who has a record of 2-0 coming into this matchup tonight. It'll be the opener of Eastern Dakota Conference play, and we bring it to you tonight with our pregame report brought to you by True North Equipment. True to your values and ready to serve you with 10 locations in the upper Red River Valley. And brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. As we take a look at Drive for the Title, for those of you on our video coverage this evening, again, you can see on the boys' side of your screen with Drive for the Title, brought to you by Toys for Trucks, West Fargo Horace, Grand Forks Red River, the only teams in the Eastern Dakota Conference that do not have a non-conference loss coming into this one. West Fargo Horace 2-0, Red River 1-0 after the win over Minot North on Saturday afternoon. And when we take a look at what we have coming up in the future for these teams, you can see tonight, big Eastern Dakota Conference matchup, and that's the only thing being played in the league this evening. These two teams matching up with one another. Fargo Shanley and Grand Forks Central on Thursday here and there. And Red River's back in action against Bismarck Legacy in a non-conference matchup in the capital city coming up on Friday. But tonight it's the league lid lifter for Grand Forks Red River and for West Fargo Horace, and it should be a good one tonight. Brought to you by Toys for Trucks is Drive for the Title, your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. We're pleased to have you along with us here this evening as we get ready to move into our pregame report. We've got a look at our starting lineups on the way. We'll also tell you about who these teams have taken on as far as West Fargo Horace coming up in a couple of moments, and take a look at our game fuel. That's all on the way as we continue with our coverage of high school basketball next on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. We're back with more in a moment.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. Tonight from Red River High School, where the Rough Riders are set to host West Fargo Horace and the lid lifter when it comes down to conference basketball inside the Eastern Dakota Conference this evening. We continue with our pregame report brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel and True North Equipment. Let's take a look at our game fuel for tonight's matchup. And now you can take a look at the boys players. The girls and boys players both on the same graphic for you here tonight with our game fuel, presented tonight by Circle K with a new location on South Washington and Grand Forks. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Pierce Park scoring 25 points in the matchup for Red River against Minot North on Saturday, and James Schindler stepped in with a solid 15, and that was off the bench for Grand Forks Red River, actually corrected as a starter for the Rough Riders. And for West Fargo Horace, Carter Evenson with 29 points per game. Brady Westfall 15.5 points per game so far. Very good start for the West Fargo Horace Hawks basketball team as they came up with wins of 73-63 over Bismarck St. Mary's and 89-58 over Williston to start the season. And when you've got a 2-game sample size and you're at 29 points per game like Carter Evenson is, well, that's a heck of a total, along with Brady Westfall's 15.5. And that is your fuel for the game tonight, brought to you by Circle K in Grand Forks. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's matchup. The starting lineups tonight brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. FransonBank.com. For West Fargo Horace, the guards tonight, Carter Evenson, a 6'3 junior. Aiden Green, a 6'1 sophomore. Brady Westfall, 6'1 senior. Forwards, Austin O'Lean, 6'2 junior, and Brett Livingston, 6'5 sophomore. For Kyle Cummings, the head coach of West Fargo Horace. For Grand Forks Red River tonight, the guards, Pierce Parks, a 6'2 senior, could play like a forward this evening. Also at guard tonight, James Schindler, a 5'9 sophomore. Good to see some youth in that starting lineup. The center, J.B. Walters, 6'3 senior. The forwards, Cam Clefstead, 6'5 senior. And Matt Dosh, a 6'3 junior. For Kirby Crafting, back for another season as the head coach of Grand Forks Red River. Keys the game tonight for the Red River boys. Close out on shots. This is a team from Horace that is guard-oriented, and they want to hit the three. And for West Fargo Horace, you've got to defend the transition because this is a team with Pierce Parks at the helm that's going to want to get up and down the floor against you. And so that's a big, big part of the game tonight for West Fargo Horace defensively. Keys the game brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. It's always hockey season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. A thank you to True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel for bringing us our abbreviated pregame report in between games between these two this evening. We're set for the jump ball for tonight's matchup. Red River will send Cam Clefstead to the middle to jump against Brett Livingston. For West Fargo Horace, those two teams, or those two players on the field against one another in that state championship football game not that long ago. And James Schindler will bring down the opening control tonight for the Rough Riders and set the Riders in the front court in their white with red and black accents. Clefstead inside, drawing a double team pressure. He'll turn, now tries a fall away shot that's missed. Rebound slapped off the backboard, and Brett Livingston will bring it down for West Fargo Horace. He'll send it to Aiden Green, and here come the Hawks into the front court for their first possession tonight. Green looking towards the left elbow, post entry to Austin O'Lean in the high post. He'll turn it back, left corner, circle back, Brady Westfall on the top of the key. Off to Carter Evenson, right side, hard take, left hand kick out. 3-point shot and all day on it for Austin O'Lean. He missed it off the heel. Clefstead has the rebound for Red River. Riders back into the front court with the basketball, right side wide open. Pierce Parks in transition, that three's up and off. And no board, and the putback on the way. Too strong, coming from Matt Dosh, who came up with an offensive rebound, physical one as well for Grand Forks Red River. Ball played back right side, spin move to the basket. Brady Westfall will score. And Grand Forks Red River down 2-0 to West Fargo Horace on the opening bucket of the game. Pierce Parks will walk the dribble into the front court for Red River. Back to the near side, Schindler, Clefstead, now Matt Dosh on the left wing taking a look. Screen set by Pierce Parks. He'll take one from Walters and pulls up from the elbow. That trickles up and off. Rebound slapped off the backboard. Back to the perimeter for Schindler and an offensive look, and Clefstead flies a three. That's off the heel. This time a good block out rebound for Austin O'Lean for West Fargo Horace. Hawks leading 2-0 on the All-True scoreboard. Back up front, Aiden Green steps into a crossover dribble, kicks to Brett Livingston in the left corner. Livingston hard take into the lane, a stop, plays it back, jump stop, Westfall to the basket, drew a foul. And Brady Westfall will go to the foul line for West Fargo Horace to get started tonight, fouled by J.B. Walters. Walters with his first, a lot of football familiarity on this Red River roster. Parks, Clefstead, Seco, Billity, Dosh, Schindler, actually rather not Schindler, Jack Helgeson, Jacob Foss, J.B. Walters. I mean, those are all guys that had a lot of contributions that they made to the Rider football team this year, but they're facing some players from West Fargo Horace that did the same thing on their side of things. Aiden Green, one of those players, maybe not as many, but Aiden Green and Brett Livingston are two that really show up off the page. Second foul shot is on the way for Westfall. Both are good. And West Fargo Horace has a 4-0 lead here in the early going. Now Horace will trap on the inbounds pass. Parks was waiting for it, gets away from pressure up the floor. 3-on-2 found Dosh. He'll go to the basket and score. And we see a whistle on the end of that play. So Matt Dosh got to the basket and scored a layup. And apparently there's going to be a reset of the clock here, it would appear. Maybe the clock didn't get started. Yeah, they're going to bring it down to 16 minutes. So the clock didn't get started in that situation as the Riders went up the floor and scored in transition. Didn't get started out of the foul shots. And so Horace will inbound the basketball with a 4-2 lead. Aiden Green waiting for the inbounds play from Brett Livingston and works his way into the front court. Right side, ball taken up by Carter Evenson. He's the man to watch tonight. 29 points per game in the first 2 outings. Pull-up jumper by Westfall from the foul line, deflected loose after he missed it. Rebound to Schindler for Grand Forks Red River. Klefstedt, hard take to the basket. Goes in physically and scores. Big play to the basket for Cam Klefstedt, just using the body physically to get there. We're tied at 4. Ball to Westfall, backdoor cut. Evanson had the block going and ends up having the shot rejected after he was trying to dunk. Klefstedt got in to block it. That brings the crowd to their feet. And now Klefstedt moving up the floor, kicks out. 3 by Schindler is off the heel of the rim. Loose basketball picked up by Austin O'Lean, but there's a moment that brought the Red River Partisans to life in the early going. Westfall a stop and a look from the top of the key. Off to Green on the right side. Green stepping between the legs dribble. Fall away from the foul line is good. Aiden Green, first 2 for his night. And the Hawks will reclaim a 2-point lead by a score of 6-4. Schindler back up the floor for Red River. Klefstedt steps in front of him, sets on the left wing. J.B. Walters sends it there in a travel coming up against J.B. Walters. For those of you on the video side, let's take a look at our replay. Brought to you by American Family Insurance. Tyler Nagel, your agent. And we're going to see the block shot coming in here from Klefstedt. Just backdoor. Dunk was being thought about, and Klefstedt got up and knocked that ball away hard. And the ball will go back to Grand Forks Red River at that point. Right now, Horace with the basketball and a 2-point lead at 6-4. Right side, Evanson, head fake, stepping left, whistle. We've got a travel, actually rather a foul coming up against Red River that'll go against Matt Dosh. So Matt Dosh will be called for his first of the night. That'll be the second against Red River. Aiden Green will inbound the basketball. And we'll see Carter Evanson step into the backcourt to take possession for Horace. Evanson, couple of hard steps, drives the basket, scores in the lay-in. Carter Evanson's first 2, and that was after some hard contact as he went to the basket to score. And the Hawks are back up by a 4-point margin again at 8-4. Parks getting a hard screen, kicks it right side. Dosh baseline move, plays back to the perimeter. Schindler and now Parks again. Parks working right, taken by Aiden Green. Stop, double pivot, down low, got Dosh. Rejected from behind by Livingston stepping in to block a shot. This is going to end up back in the hands of Red River, out of bounds off of Horace. The Hawks will make a change as Owen Terrace, a 6'3" sophomore forward, will step into the matchup. Terrace comes on to replace Austin O'Lean in the Horace lineup. Inbounds pass from Dosh, couple of ball fakes. He turns it to Parks on the left wing. Parks spinning his way down the lane. Hard take to the basket. Pierce Parks will score. Pierce Parks with his first 2 here in the early going. And Grand Forks Red River is back within 2 by a score of 8-6. Aiden Green stopping right elbow. Loose ball picked up by Parks on a pass to Livingston. That was wild, and a foul against Brett Livingston trying to pressure Parks from behind in transition. You can see how quickly Pierce Parks looks to get himself right back up the floor after that Red River takeaway. He was moving fast, and this Red River team is designed to score in transition. Not exactly a trapping defensive pressure team, but if they get a rebound, they want to fly. Parks inside from Walters in the post entry. Parks trying to fall away, ends up having the shot knocked away. Loose basketball comes away with Brady Westfall. He had it knocked away from behind. It'll be run down by James Schindler for Red River, and the Riders are back into the front court. Schindler taking the dribble towards the right side, looking for a screen, spins his way to the baseline. Behind the back, out of screen from Walters, screen and roll. Walters hard take, scores off the glass. J.B. Walters using the body to get on the baseline and score. This game is tied at 8 apiece with the 5 minutes gone by mark coming up. Evanson head fake, drew a defender, drives in, 7-foot teardrop money for Carter Evanson. His first 2 points. And it's now 10-8, lead back to 2. Klefstedt driving, we got a foul. Is it offensive or defensive? Are they counting the basket? They may count they're going to count the basket here for Cam Klefstedt. Hard to the basket, scoring his 4th. And he's going to pick up a foul against West Fargo Horace's Owen Terrace. a couple of moments ago in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. And you'll see this play with Pierce Parks. Parks kind of waiting for that screen, going back and forth, drives his way to the basket. Great drop step to the basket for Pierce Parks. Nice explosion down the lane to get to the score. And the three-point play is completed on the back end for Cam Clefstedt. He's got 5. Red River's up one. First lead tonight, score of 11-10. Jumper by Green on the baseline, no good. Rebound to Clefstedt for Red River. Up the floor, Dosh got loose in transition. Ball deflected out of bounds. Back was Carter Evanson to break up that play. And the Riders will keep it in the front court. 11-10 Red River on the All-True scoreboard. Scoreboard updates presented by All-True. Regular screenings of the All-True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org. Call 780-5000. Underneath, Clefstedt looking to take the basketball. Spins to Walters, out to Schindler. Wide open 3. Rims off. Offensive board, Dosh. Another old board, but his putback blocked again. Dosh, couple of offensive rebounds tonight now. He's going to be called for a second foul. Reaching from behind to try to knock a basketball away. And Reese Walters, the younger brother of J.B. Walters, is going to come onto the floor for Red River. Sophomore at 6'2". This is a team with only 5 seniors for Red River. And you're seeing a lot of contributions from youngsters in the early part of the rotation for this Red River team. Aiden Green to Livingston, stepping up to the right elbow for West Fargo Horace. A spin. Stump stop inside. Westfall trying to go to the basket. Livingston picks up a loose basketball. Late whistle foul against Red River that will put Brett Livingston on the foul line. This is going to go against Reese Walters, who just checked into the game. 4th foul against Red River here in the opening half. And Brett Livingston makes his way to the foul line for Horace. Livingston's first is good. 3 of 3 from the foul line now for West Fargo Horace tonight. That ties the game at 11. And Livingston back at the foul line trying to push Horace back up one. That one's off the heel of the rim, and the ball ends up going out of bounds off of Horace, trying to run down a loose ball rebound. Touched last by Tyler Jelmstead, 6'1" junior that stepped into the game for the Hawks. And Red River will get the basketball back. Tied at 11, 6 minutes in to the opening half. Pierce Parks will give the basketball back. And to James Schindler, who inbounded the basketball. Clefstedt on top, working right side, hard take to the basket, jump stop now, fall away spin after the hesitation. Missed the shot, rebound, Reese Walters had his hands on it, couldn't find it. Livingston will come up with a loose ball rebound for West Fargo Horace. Outlet to Evanston up the floor, 3 on the way by Westfall in transition, he hits it. Brady Westfall stepping into his 7th point tonight. Lead swings back to West Fargo Horace by a score of 14-11. Clefstedt right side, he's got an alley to the glass, counted 1. Cam Clefstedt playing a physical game tonight, scores his 7th and will go to the foul line as well, splitting the defense on his way in. Foul will go against Tyler Jelmstedt, his first. Boy, Cam Clefstedt's been fun to watch tonight. Had a great football season for Red River. Didn't know how much some of those football skills would transition over to basketball, but he's been physical and athletic. And he's enjoying playing the game right now as he scores his 7th and is going to go to the foul line to try to tie up Horace. Clefstedt stands at the line after getting the basketball, looking for his 8th point tonight, and he doesn't have it. It's off the heel of the rim. Rebound comes down with Carter Evanson, poked away momentarily, but Evanson has it back, and Horace into the front court, and they fell asleep, did the Riders. Westfall camps on the baseline, misses a follow-away. It's an open opportunity for Horace. They end up empty. Clefstedt comes away with a rebound. He's back into the front court of the basketball. The Riders down 1. He's going back to the window, scoring again. Cam Clefstedt just deciding to take the basketball game over on his own. Clefstedt with back-to-back trips to the basket. 15-14. Grand Forks Red River with a 1-point lead. Up top, ball taken by Evanson. He'll kick towards the left corner, a step into the lane by Austin O'Lean, who's back on the floor. Stop with Westfall, turned it over. Guess who took it? Clefstedt. Clefstedt, hard take again to the glass. Missed that one short. An offensive board, Parks falling away. Score it for Pierce Parks. Parks with his 2nd bucket. Lead is 3 for Red River at 17-14 with 10:35 left of the opening half of the All-True scoreboard. A step left wing for Austin Allen. Correction. Step on the left side for Tyler Jelmstedt, I should say, back in the game for West Fargo Horace. Off to Westfall. He'll drive the lane and stop. Parks cut him off. Now Westfall comes back to the basket and missed a shot. Reese Walters comes down with a rebound for Grand Forks Red River, and the Riders can go up 2 possessions on this trip up the floor. They'll take their time getting into the front court. James Schindler will take the basketball for the Rough Riders. Schindler working right side, finds Pierce Parks. Drives opposite a screen to the right baseline, out to Walters. Mid-range jump shot missed. The big man trying to score from distance, and the rebound brought down by Owen Terrace for West Fargo Horace. Up the floor, they find a streaker and a play up and over the rim from Austin O'Lean. Missing on, he tried to go bank, ends up going over the rim with it. Schindler comes away with the basketball for Red River. Schindler gets a screen from Walters, screen and roll, through it too strong for J.B. Walters. They're going to say touched up on the back end by Owen Terrace, and this will be Red River's basketball. Riders will make some changes. Jarrett Jonason, a 6'3 junior, makes his way into the game for the first time. We'll see Reese Walters stepping beyond the baseline to play it in. Red River only with 4 on the floor right now. They're going to find a fifth, and late is Brody Neal, a 5'8 sophomore that will step into the game also. So the Riders going a little smaller with this lineup. Clefstead, Walters out, and of course Matt Dosh on the bench with foul trouble. Pierce Parks off the inbounds pass, pulls the trigger for 3 misses. And the rebound weak side to Brady Westfall for West Fargo Horace. Hawks down 3, 17-14 to the Riders. A drive, Aiden Green trying to cut it to 1, missed it. Livingston comes over with an offensive rebound. He dribbles his way back in, score at 1 for Brett Livingston. Livingston on his way to the basket. After being fouled, he'll get a chance at a 3-point play. Jim Schindler has his first foul of the night. On the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, you're going to see another big play here for Cam Clefstead. He has just been busy tonight. Clefstead stepping up, going to take it right to the glass himself, and he has had a big night scoring off the glass so far for Grand Forks Red River. He's been a big part of the Riders taking a lead. 3-point play opportunity comes up empty from Brett Livingston. He'll be held with 3 points. Lead is 1, but now Pierce Parks trying to go up the floor, turns it over. Takeaway, breakaway for Carter Evanson. He's got 6, and the Hawks will now take a 1-point lead at 18-17. Reese Walters looking down to the baseline for Jacob Foss, who just stepped into the game. Foss, a senior at 5'11". And Jacob Foss, a brilliant second half of the football season this year for Red River as a defensive lineman. And as we heard from Kirby Crefting, going to give you 4 fouls a game. Jacob Foss is out there to play physically. Double dribble coming up here. Brody Neal mishandled the inbounds pass. Kind of set it down after taking control of it. Thought that was just him controlling the ball. That's what he thought when he brought it back into his hands, then started to dribble. But that initial touch is going to be ruled a control, and that turns into a double dribble. Red River will give it back to West Fargo Horace. Deep 3, Evanson hits it. Carter Evanson stepping into a deep 3-point shot, and he knocks it down for West Fargo Horace, extending his range. And the Hawks are back to a 4-point edge at 21-17. This match is the biggest lead of the game for either team. Park stepping out on the wing, going between the legs of the dribble, moving screen. Jacob Foss going to be called for an illegal screen. Foss trying to set up a screen for Pierce Parks, and you can see Foss kind of moving around out there. Schindler and Clefstead will come back into the matchup for Grand Forks Red River, but the Hawks will get it back, a chance to open up their own lead now. A 3-point play would make it a 3-possession edge for Horace. Ball on the top of the key with Livingston looking to hand off to Aiden Green. He's being chased by Schindler. Then a screen set. Green pops open. Turns it back to the top. O'Lean looking near side. Found Westfall. Coming back to the top of the key. Westfall off the left-handed dribble. Back to the wing. Hard drive to the basket coming up for Livingston. Stripped as he got in. Found the basketball midair. Scores his 5th. And the Hawks take a 6-point lead at 23-17 as Livingston scores again. Clefstead spin move to the lane, pulls up in front of the rim and scores. Cam Clefstead's almost automatic. He's got 11 points in the opening half on 5 field goals. Rider deficit cut to 4. 23-19 here in the Ultra scoreboard. Backdoor Evanson reverse layup missed. Offensive board underneath. O'Lean trying to kick it out, but this time Clefstead strips the basketball in the midair. Riders on the move. Clefstead kicking right side 3. Knocked it down out of the corner for Brody Neal. Brody Neal steps into a 3-point shot in transition for Red River. And the lead is trimmed to 1 at 23-22 in favor of West Fargo Horace. 7:25 to play opening half. To the baseline, Livingston inside, backing his way in against Clefstead. Kicks to Aiden Green on top, a step from 16. Green trickles off. Clefstead the rebound. He's having a big night scoring and rebounding the basketball. He'll turn it back near side for James Schindler. A bounce pass towards the corner for Reese Walters was kicked by Aiden Green. And this will stay Red River basketball in the front court. J.B. Walters to step on the floor. And this is an interesting substitution for Red River. Walters looks to replace Pierce Parks. So now we're going to see a timeout taken by Red River. It'll be a 30-second timeout taken by the Rough Riders. Timeouts brought to you tonight by Big Jim's Tire. They are your #1 supplier of agricultural tires in the region. At Big Jim's Tire and Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks at Apex Apparel. 23-22, West Fargo Cheyenne by 1. Good time to give you the opportunity at a Vegan Construction game look-in, brought to you tonight by Vegan Construction. Designers, builders, engineers, quality work in the region since the 1930s. Carter Evanson averaging 29 points a game with 9 in the early going tonight, but Brett Livingston with 5 next up for West Fargo Horace. Cam Clefstead with an 11-point game so far in the opening half. He's had a big night rebounding the basketball as well. And that is your Vegan Construction game look-in tonight with Red River down 1. On top, ball with Reese Walters. Coming out, Schindler, right corner three-point shot. Trickles off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Owen Terrace inside for West Fargo Horace. Hawks back into the front court, sporting a 1-point lead. Ball right side, Evanson, that big skip step. Kicks it out, Westfall 3, that's off the front of the rim. Clefstead another rebound. He'll turn it back to Schindler. Wanted to run in transition, but the Hawks have done a nice job getting back. We mentioned in our keys to the game tonight, they've got to defend the transition, and Horace has not been beaten up the floor in transition tonight. Clefstead working right side, back to Schindler, off to Clefstead on top, screen from Walters, Clefstead from just beyond the foul line, jumper won't fall, the rebound strong off the glass. Carter Evanson picks it up for West Fargo Horace, knocks back the other direction. A stop by Evanson, right elbow, step back, fall away, hits it from 15 feet, Carter Evanson with 11. Spinning in an awkward step back, kind of a line drive shot, but he hits it, and the lead for the Hawks is back to 3 at 25-22. Reese Walters right side, curling back to the top of the key. 2 screens set for him. Walters takes the jump shot, misses it. J.B. Walters swats the rebound out of bounds. It'll stay Horace basketball. Pierce Parks back in, and we'll see Jarrett Jonason coming back onto the floor as well. Reese Walters, James Schindler will sit down. Schindler had 15 points for Red River in their matchup against Minot North, but James has not yet scored tonight. Couple of open looks, hasn't been able to hit. Horace up the floor with a 3-point lead. They've led by as many as 6. Aiden Green on the right sideline. He'll hand it off as they go to some flex now. Owen Terrace coming back to the right side and a travel against Carter Evanson. Ball will go back to Grand Forks Red River with 5:41 to play in the opening half. Next game broadcast coming up on Thursday night. Crosstown hockey matchup going to be a good one. Central Red River at Eagles Arena. We'll have that for you on Thursday night, 7 o'clock pregame report. KNOX Live Sports and KNOX Radio. J.B. Walters, hard take in the lane, pulls up and scores off the glass. J.B. Walters just putting his back to the basket and backing down a defender, and that big body does the rest. Lead cut to 1, 25-24. Green to Livingston. Livingston working right, ball stripped from behind, but he got it back. Takes a look back towards the near side, and Pierce Parks knocks the basketball away. Parks getting into the open floor, to the basket, counted 1 for Pierce Parks. He's fouled on the way in, and Pierce Parks is on his way to the foul line for Grand Forks Red River, trying to give the Riders a 2-point lead. Foul will go against Carter Evanson. That'll be his first personal foul, and Parks has an opportunity at the bonus and a 3-point play to put Red River back up by 2. Parks at the line, bonus foul shot is a short line drive. J.B. Walters comes up with an offensive rebound, tries to save it out of bounds and cannot. And this will go back into the hands of West Fargo Horace. On the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, just the athleticism here of Pierce Parks. Creates the turnover, has an open floor in front of him, hesitates a little bit, got the contact, and scores through it. And I'll tell you what, it's an athletic play going coast to coast for Pierce Parks. Post entry to Livingston on a high-low that's way up in the air and broken up by Red River. That was an ill-advised high-low pass. Jared Jonason kind of picked it apart before it really got to where it was going, and then it's touched out of bounds by Horace. Red River will get it back on the turnover. 4:45 to play opening half. 26-25, Red River by 1 on the All-True scoreboard. Walters right block in the post against Livingston. Shovels back to Klefstedt in the top of the key. Walters setting a screen. Horace loses their mind. They think Walters committed a foul. Walters gets it on the screen and roll, scores his 6th. I think the officials saw that it was a trip. Walters, they don't believe, created the contact that created any sort of foul there, but Horace not happy about the way it looked, and they may have a point. 3 from the top of the key. Rattles in and out for Owen Terrace. Pierce Parks comes away with the basketball. Riders by 3 into the front court. Klefstedt stepping right, pulling up from just inside the foul line. It trickles off the front of the rim. Livingston the rebound, and he is wrapped up by Brody Neal. Neal going to pick up his first foul, and that was not a smart foul for Brody Neal. Neal ends up putting hands all the way around Brett Livingston's waist, trying to tie up the basketball. Looked like maybe a tackle attempt, and that was called right away, especially after the previous play up the floor where J.B. Walters looked like he had maybe made some contact with one of the Horace Hawks setting a screen and didn't get a call against him in that point. Foul shots on the way. This is the 1-for-1 penalty for Livingston. He knocks down the front end. And the lead is trimmed to 2 at 28-26. And back to the line is Livingston for his 2nd, and that one is also good. So Brett Livingston goes 2 of 2 to the line. He's got 7, 1-point game for Red River at 28-27. Riders tied up in the backcourt. Cam Klefstedt coming back towards the near sideline, leaves one up for Brody Neal. Neal had it knocked loose, but Pierce Parks got it. Sends it back top of the key. Klefstedt slicing through the lane, got fouled on the way to the basket. And Cam Klefstedt will go to the foul line for Red River. Foul will go against Carter Evanson. That'll be his 2nd personal foul. Evanson with 11 to lead the way tonight. He scored 29 a game in 2 games for West Fargo Horace, so clearly good sample size. Maybe stepping up a little bit in competitive level against this Red River team compared to St. Mary's and Williston to start the season, but still has shown us that he can score. Evanson will step off the floor. He'll be replaced by Horace's Jet Collins, a 6'1 junior. And the 2nd of 2 foul shots coming up here for Cam Klefstedt. On the way, Klefstedt knocks them both down, and he's having a very big first half. 13 points for Cam Klefstedt. Riders lead 30-27. 3:45 to play in the opening half here in our All-True scoreboard. Westfall to the top of the key for West Fargo Horace. Back to Aiden Green on top. Green being defended by Schindler. Couple of crossovers. Green trying to spin his way in the lane. Jumps against Schindler. Got to the basket. Missed, though. He created his own space well. It's a good play by Green. Offensive rebound saved in bounds. And a take to the basket by Jet Collins will net a foul against Red River. And the foul's going to go against James Schindler, his 2nd. So Schindler likely going to have to come out of the game here. And keep in mind, Matt Dosh, who's expected to be one of the mainstays for Red River, had a nice pair of offensive rebounds in the early going. He's been limited due to foul trouble most of the first half. Schindler with 2 right now. No move to get him out of there yet. Looks like there is a sub at the table now, but it's going to be Matt Dosh, and Matt Dosh is coming in for J.B. Walters. So the Riders are going to change their lineup again. This is a much more quick lineup, still with some size at the forward spots, but 2 men playing with 2 fouls out there right now for Red River. Collins hit both foul shots, but the 2nd's going to be waved off on a lane violation. So the first foul shot was good for Jet Collins, but the 2nd, he stepped over the foul line. So the lead is 2 at 30-28. Riders nearly turn it over against Horace's pressure. Now it's broken. Horace trying to get back up the floor. In the meantime, Riders score in transition with Jarrett Jonason taking the lead pass up high from Matt Dosh and scoring. And the lead is to 4 for Red River at 32-28. So what happens when your all-out trap is broken? There's just nobody back, although the Hawks did well to get back what they did defensively. A pull-up from the foul line for Aiden Green is missed. Matt Dosh with the rebound for Red River. Riders back into the front court, leading by 4. 3 minutes and change to play opening half. Klefstedt looking left side for Dosh. Back to Klefstedt, top of the key. He'll come off to the left wing. Jonason looking down low. Nothing there. Back to Dosh, left corner. Pulls the trigger, left to 3, well short. But Aiden Green reaching up for the rebound, ends up knocking it out of bounds. Riders will keep it, but the shot did not draw iron, so only 10 seconds left for Red River to shoot. Carter Evanson back into the game for Horace. And an inbounds play will come in from Jarrett Jonason for Red River. Right corner, he finds Klefstedt. Now to the elbow for Parks. A step back and a look. Instead, Jonason looking left, spinning his way back in the lane. Pulls up on a contested jumper from 7, and it rolls away no good. Rebound from Matt Dosh, momentarily stripped out of his hands. This ends up out of bounds while Horace was trying to grab it. And with the ball on the baseline and a Horace hand on top of it, that'll be ruled out of bounds against the Hawks. Red River will keep the basketball. 2:37 left, and they reset the shot clock. Inbounds pass from the baseline for Jonason. He goes high for Cam Clefstead out in the right wing. Defended well by Brady Westfall, but Clefstead just using his bigger body to go up and get it. Clefstead to Pierce Parks on the left wing. Parks a stop. Back to Clefstead. Looking left side of the floor. To the high elbow for Parks. Left side. Thought about the hand. Instead turns. It goes to basket and scores. Pierce Parks, little play action fake from the quarterback days, right? Fakes the little give to Brody Neal coming back and then just drives the length of the lane and scores. But back in transition, Brady Westfall hits his second three, and we'll see a timeout taken by West Fargo Horace as the Hawks are right back within three at 34-31 with 2:07 left to play in the opening half. See a timeout taken by Horace. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And again, our timeout's brought to you tonight by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of ag tires in the region. And our timeouts are brought to you tonight as well by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. So a timeout taken here by Horace. And we'll see what happens coming out of the stoppage with right around 2 minutes to go, 2:07 to play here in the opening half of basketball. For those of you on the video screen, I kind of like having our scoreboard put together the way we do, because now we can take a look at the screen and see how much time is left. They always take the time off the clock to count off the timeout, but our scoreboard technology keeps the amount of game time that's left of the opening half on the screen for you. That's kind of a nice feature. Brody Neal working right side for Grand Forks Red River. A stop. Pierce Parks vacated the area, and we've got a whistle coming up in the lane, and they're going to get Matt Dosh for an illegal screen. Boy, that's the risk. You put Dosh back in the game. He's got his third foul, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the move to put Dosh back in the game, but that's going to definitely change the way the rotation will work to start the second half for Grand Forks Red River. And now we see another, I don't know what happened here. Todd Elfman, who's one of our officials tonight, is summoned to the table as play got restarted with 1:56 to play in the opening half. Looks like there is no worse for wear situation here. And Brady Westfall is going to inbound the basketball. Aiden Green waits for it. And here comes West Fargo Horace, a 34-31 lead for Grand Forks Red River. Horace into the front court with the basketball. Ball on the right side, Carter Evanson hands it back to Westfall, stepping left. He ends up running into Pierce Parks, lost the basketball. Parks going to take this himself. He'll go to the basket, misses, but it's followed and scored by guess who? Cam Clefstead. So Parks gets up the floor, misses, but Clefstead cleans it up, and the Riders back up 5 at 36-31 with a minute and a half to play. 3 on the way by Evanson. Missed it off the heel of the rim. Rebound, Brody Neal for Red River. Riders have a chance to take a 3-possession lead now on this trip up the floor. Off the right side, Parks, a stop. Reverses to the top of the key, got rid of it for Jarrett Jonason. Ball comes left side, hard take, Clefstead leaving it up in the air, missed. J.B. Walters, O-board, put back is strong. And Aiden Green comes down with a rebound for the Hawks. He'll play it out to Westfall in transition. A step back, Evanson off a seal, comes up short for 3. Good transition play for Horace, but Evanson couldn't hit the shot. And the Riders are back into the front court with the basketball, under a minute to play in the opening half. Clefstead driving, head fake, kicks it out. Parks from the top of the key, got a screen from Walters. He looks back into Walters in the screen and roll, and Walters had it deflected loose. Aiden Green put a little contact into J.B. Walters, disrupted the play, and the ball comes back with the Hawks into the front court. Differential about 13 seconds between game clock and shot clock. So Red River will get it back once more, and we'll see a hand check now. Perhaps they won't. Brody Neal came out, put a hard piece of handwork right into the shoulder of Brady Westfall. I'm not sure what Brody Neal was thinking there. He just kind of brought his hands out, drilled him hard into the left shoulder of Brady Westfall. And there was really no choice but to call a foul in that situation. So Westfall goes to the foul line for the Hawks. First is no good. Westfall with a nice first half. 10 points for Brady Westfall. Jonason steps off. James Schindler will come back in, also with 2 fouls. Cam Clefstead was out. He'll come back in the matchup. Correction, Reese Walters will re-enter the game. He's just going to move Clefstead back here. And the second of 2 foul shots on the way is good for Brady Westfall. And for whatever reason, the Red River crowd is coming to life as Cole Somerville A 6'6 senior comes onto the floor for West Fargo Horace. He's got a fan base over there or something. 36-32. Shot clock's turned off. Red River by 4 with 20 seconds left, and Pierce Parks in the post got free. And before he can score, he's fouled by a Hawk. Foul will go against Brett Livingston, number 2. And the Riders now enjoy the penalty for the remainder of the opening half. What little bit of it there is left. Clefstead in the right corner. Hard take to the basket and another foul. And this is going to put Clefstead in the foul line with 15.8 seconds left. And Cole Somerville, who just came into the matchup, is going to be called for the foul. So Cam Clefstead to the foul line. Interesting first half. 3 of 4 at the line, 6 field goals, 15 first half points for Cam Clefstead. He had 14 in the matchup against Minot North on Saturday. First foul shot on the way for Clefstead rolls in, 16 in the first half. Brody Neal back into the matchup to replace James Schindler. Cole Somerville going to step off the floor and be replaced by Carter Evanston. And I don't know the side story, but the Red River student section is booing the decision by West Fargo Horace to take Cole Somerville out of the matchup. 17 points for Cam Clefstead. He knocks down both. Red River has a 6-point lead, 38-32. Final 10 seconds of the opening half. Horace with the basketball. Westfall out to Carter Evanston, who traveled. 6.2 seconds left. Red River gets it back in a first half that just refuses to end. Riders will inbound the basketball off the far sideline. Reese Walters to play it in. Finds Clefstead, 5 seconds. Clefstead stepping right, looking, and Brody Neal trying to throw up a prayer with the left hand. Ends up having it blocked, and it'll be a 6-point lead for Grand Forks Red River as we go to the intermission report. Kind of a bruising first half of basketball, to tell you the truth, but the Riders lead 38-32 over West Fargo Horace at the end of the opening half as we go to our halftime report. Halftime report brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. And it's also brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. Stay with us because we've got more on the way. We'll continue our coverage of high school basketball as we go to our halftime report. We'll try to bring you a few of the highlights from the opening half of play, and there was plenty out there to talk about. It's on the way, so stay with us as we continue next. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Sports.
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. KNOX Live Sports tonight from Red River High School. Second half of our doubleheader this evening. And at halftime, Grand Forks Red River with a 38-32 lead over West Fargo Horace. Our halftime report brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. The difference with a system from High Plains Water is the quality of living in your home. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures. Better tasting tap water, cleaner clothes with less detergent in the laundry. And here's an important one, appliances that last longer. That saves you money. Find a system from High Plains Water, bringing you the best water on Gateway and Grand Forks. And Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. They're here to limit your downtime at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. The things that you put away at the end of the year, if you had some twisted, broken shafts, or you've got some holes that need tightening with some various things that have worn out in your operation, get those to Grand Forks Welding and Machine so you can be ready to go when the new season comes your way. They want to keep you rolling at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. You can find them at 1812 Gateway Drive in Grand Forks. They are the Men of Steel. Well, the Riders down 6, coming back to lead by 6. A back-and-forth first half that saw one big individual performance for Grand Forks Red River, 17 points from Cam Clefstead in the opening half. Brady Westfall, Carter Evanson, a really good start to both seasons for both those men, and they co-lead West Fargo Horace with 11 as we go to halftime. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the opening half, brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed, proceed.net. This thing gets started with a couple of big plays from Cam Clefstead to get things going here tonight. Here's one, a block shot after it looked like West Fargo Horace was going to get away with a dunk on a backdoor cut, but Clefstead steps in there and comes up with a big block shot that kind of brought the house down for Grand Forks Red River early. Then you see a big play by Pierce Parks getting his night going. Parks did that a couple of times, just cuts his way down the lane and scores. Here we see Cam Clefstead, open floor, part of his 17-point half. Here he just goes between a pair of defenders, had great feel off the glass in that opening half, did Cam Clefstead. West Fargo Horace coming back, though. They had a couple of nice nights as well. See a three-point shot going in here deep from Carter Evanson. He hits a big three to try to change the range on this one and keep West Fargo Horace with the lead at that point. But Pierce Parks, again at the opening half, using his aggressiveness and his athletic ability to create the turnover and then drive the length of the floor and score. Those are your first half highlights tonight, brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Individual numbers, Cam Clefstead with 17 for Red River on 6 field goals. 8 points for Pierce Parks. James Walters with 6. 3 for Brody Neal on a 3. Jared Jonas and Matt Dosh each with 2. Dosh picked up 3 fouls in the opening half and has some foul trouble to deal with as he goes to half number 2. For West Fargo Horace, 11 each for Carter Evanson on 5 field goals. Brady Westfall, 3 field goals. 2 of them were threes, 3 of 4 the line. He's got 11 as well. Brett Livingston with 7. Nice night playing the physical role against a physical basketball team for for West Fargo Horace tonight. Aiden Green with 2 and a single for Jet Collins. And again at the break, 38-32, Grand Forks Red River leading West Fargo Horace by 6. Second half basketball on the way. Halftime report brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. More halftime as we continue in a couple of moments, so stay with us. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. And we're back with more in just a couple of moments.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. KNOX Live Sports as the final moments of halftime tick away. Grand Forks Red River leading West Fargo Horace 38-32 as we close the opening half of this matchup and get ready for the second half. Again, our next game broadcast comes your way on Thursday night from Eagles Arena, and that's going to be a good one. Central Red River will have it for you coming up on Thursday night from Eagles. 7 o'clock is the start of the pregame report. 7:30 puck drops. A game that's going to count in the league, a game that's going to count in the Gambucci Cup standings in the intercity battle between the Knights, the Rough Riders, and the East Grand Forks Green Wave. And then speaking of the Green Wave, Friday night back on the ice over at Civic Center Arena when the Green Wave take on Orono. And we'll have that matchup on Friday. Saturday, we've got a hockey doubleheader back over at Eagles Arena. As on Saturday, you will see first West Fargo and Red River inside the league, and then that'll be followed up by East Grand Forks and the Grand Forks Knight Riders in girls hockey. We've got a lot of sports to bring you this week, and this is what it's all about. We want to thank Grand Forks Welding and Machine and High Plains Water for bringing you our halftime reports tonight in both ends of the doubleheader. And now we get ready for second half action. 38-32 your score. Grand Forks Red River leading West Fargo Horace by 6 as we make our way into the second half of play. We'll see if Matt Dosh can react and recover a little bit from a tough first half where he picked up a lot of foul trouble. West Fargo Horace with the basketball to get the second half started. Ball on the top of the key, sent back to Aiden Green on the right side. Green, a hard take into the lane. Couple between the legs dribbles, pulls up from 15 feet, missed the shot, and the rebound to Cam Clefstead for Red River. He's going to be in double-double territory tonight, already 17 points, and he's got to be approaching, if not past, the 10 rebound total already. Parks out between the rings for Schindler, back to Parks. Head fake, Clefstead pulls out top of the key, looks left side. Schindler taking a look, being left in a zone here. It's a 2-3 zone look, but they're going to pressure Schindler out on the wing. Clefstead working back to the right side for Schindler. Shot clock 5 seconds. Parks going to take a three-point shot. It's off the front of the rim. And the rebound of Brady Westfall along the baseline for West Fargo Horace. Hawks into the front court on the run. Ball on the right side of the floor picked up by Austin O'Lean. A three-point chance for Westfall. He cuts into the lead. Brady Westfall with 14 points. Cuts the lead to 3 at 38-35. Red River's lead cut in half to start the second half. Walters on the foul line. Clefstead, Parks. Back to the top of the key for Clefstead. Parks again. They look into Dosh on the baseline, draws a crowd, kicks it out to Schindler, who barely stayed in bounds and maybe got away with the travel. Walters underneath. They found Dosh. The head fake. Counted in one. Matt Dosh with a hesitation goes up and draws the harm as well. And Matt Dosh scores to push the lead back to 5 with a foul shot pending for Dosh. Foul's going to go against Brett Livingston, number 3, and the Hawks can ill afford to go without Brett Livingston. He's a defensive answer against the size of Red River for the Hawks tonight. Bonus foul shots good for Matt Dosh. He's got 5. The lead back to 6 for Red River at 41-35 on the all-true scoreboard as we played a minute and a half of the second half. Aiden Green stepping, spinning into the lane. Moved the pivot foot a couple of times. He got away with the travel as well. They're not watching that closely tonight. He missed the shot. Rebound comes down with Pierce Parks. Each team has gotten away with a little extra foot movement tonight. Walters left elbow out to Schindler. Catch and shoot. Nails it. James Schindler didn't score in the first half. Had a little foul trouble. Didn't hit the open look, but Schindler steps into a 3. Hits that. And it's now 44-35. The lead is 9. Riders nearly forced another turnover. Green with it. Kicking left side. Westfall's all day on a 3 left corner, and he drains it. Brady Westfall with 17. 4 threes on the night now for Horace. And the lead come back to 6 for Red River. Parks, top of the key. Schindler bounce pass to Clefstead, drawing a crowd out of that 2-3 zone. He'll look to the corner for Matt Dosh. A step back to Clefstead. Looks near side. Schindler pulls the trigger for 3. It's off the heel of the rim. Rebound strong. Green had it poked away. Loose basketball to Clefstead. Finger rolls one back to the glass. Missed it. Rebound to Livingston. Quick outlet to Westfall. He's 2-on-1 with Evanson, who goes to the glass and scores. Carter Evanson with 13. Little 2-on-1 break up the floor as it's Horace that gets into the transition game. Lead cut to 44-40. Parks, baseline teardrop missed. Rebound slapped back to him, but it also hit the baseline. Will be out of bounds, and Horace will get it back. The Hawks will send Owen Terrace back into the matchup, replacing Brett Livingston with those 3 fouls. And Horace will inbound the basketball. What a success story Horace's athletic department has been. Volleyball success, getting to the EDC Regional Championship game this year. State tournament. Here's a drive by Evanson to the glass. He'll score. Hard take for Carter Evanson, reaching over J.B. Walters and scoring. And the lead is cut to 2 at 44-42. Football state championship. Girls basketball team, top 2, top 3 in the state. Drive to the basket. Dosh from a high-low from Walters. And we'll see Matt Dosh getting the basket and scoring his 7th of the game. 46-42. Red River on top by 4. Deep 3 on the way. That's off the heel of the rim from Carter Evanson. Loose ball rebound, Aiden Green in the right corner. He'll turn it back to Westfall. Westfall crossover, jumps into the left block, pulls up on a fall-away jump shot, missed it. Rebound weak side. Livingston looking for a chance. Got up and over. A correction, that's not Livingston. That's Austin O'Lean that scores his first 2. Getting up and over J.B. Walters. Riders back up the floor at their lead check to 2. Ball with Schindler. Foul line entry on the post to J.B. Walters. Back out. Parks left corner 3. Rims does not go through. Walters the putback off the glass will score and a no rebound. J.B. Walters with 8. 48-44. Riders push the lead back to 4. We played just over 4 minutes. A step right side. Evanson to the glass. Lone take. Off the heel of the rim. Didn't get the shot to go. Parks comes away with the basketball for Red River. Spins his way in the lane. Kicks out Schindler. Left corner 3. Up and off. Rebound deflected and pulled down underneath by O'Lean for West Fargo Horace. Hawks back in the front court, still within 4. Green shaking and baking against Schindler, and Walters came in from behind to block his shot. It will stay West Fargo Horace basketball. Another entry for Cole Somerville, the 6'6 senior, and again, for whatever reason, the Red River student section across the way stands up and gives him applause as he enters the game. Aiden Green out to the top of the key. It comes away with Carter Evanson, who got a screen to open up. Evanson stepping left side, goes back to Westfall. Pulls up for 3 and misses. Rebound in the lane to Pierce Parks for Red River. He's up the floor, 4-on-4 in transition. He'll go himself. Left hand scores it. Pierce Parks with 10. Had a couple of defenders in front of him, but nobody really willing to step in there and try to take away the space on Pierce Parks. Again, a sizey guard forward. Step left side. Evanson spinning his way in the lane. The foul coming up. Matt Dosh going to have number 4, I believe. Dosh and Walters both there, and it's Matt Dosh. 4th personal on Dosh, and that's going to severely limit his minutes. That will change Red River's rotation. You can start to see where they're at. A team that's going to rely on their size, and they've got plenty of players that can play, but with Dosh on the bench, I don't know that they're deep with extended minutes, you could say it that way. They've got some guys that can spot, but Evanson driving from 12. A teardrop is good for Carter Evanson. 17 points for Carter Evanson. Teardrop look on the near side of the floor. Rider lead cut to 4 at 50-46. Little over, or little under rather, 13 minutes to play in the second half on the All-True scoreboard. Ball right side of the floor, pick Pierce Parks off a screen. Schindler for 3, left it short. Rebound comes out to the perimeter, and on a loose basketball, it's caught by Evanson. Quick play up the floor. Horace ends up getting too deep in transition. Tyler Jelmstead was the intended target. Couldn't hold the basketball, ends up going out of bounds. Riders will take over on a West Fargo Horace turnover. A great battle in the Eastern Dakota Conference to get this one going tonight. This is what EDC basketball is supposed to be about. Good mix of athleticism, physicality, and speed. Clefstead drawing defenders, kicking to Parks in the left corner. Parks stepping away from pressure, looking inside. Schindler, backdoor bounce. Clefstead to the glass, missed it. Got his own miss, count it 1. Cam Clefstead coming up with a catch and shoot on his own rebound, and he'll go to the line looking for 20 points. Cole Somerville has his second personal foul. Great play here for Cam Clefstead of the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You're going to see Cam Clefstead in this moment come in. There's his miss. Goes right back up. Takes the contact on the way down. Got some touch on it and scores it for Grand Forks Red River. Clefstead's foul shot will not be good. He'll leave one on the board, so 19 and counting for Clefstead. The lead is 6 at 52-46 in favor of the Riders. Green underneath, a step in for Jelmstead and a kick out to Westfall on the left wing. Westfall pulls the trigger from around the waist for 3, misses it. Rebound deflected through the hands of Somerville and Jet Collins as well, who's back in the game for Horace. Ends up out of bounds and it goes back to the Riders. Carter Evanson momentarily on the bench to get a breath for West Fargo Horace, re-enters the game. Cam Clefstead will take the inbounds pass. And here come the Riders into the front court. Up top, Schindler turned it over. Trying to bounce one to Parks. Hayden Green got quick hands on it. Up the floor, Evanson getting away in transition. Scoring his 19th. He's got 8 in the second half on 4 field goals. Riders a turnover that turns into points, 52-48. Grand Forks Red River finds themselves with a 4-point lead. Parks pulling the trigger for 3, comes up short. The 3-point line has been cold for Red River in this second half. Aiden Green comes away with a basketball after Cole Somerville secured the rebound and took pressure from J.B. Walters. Left side 3, Evanson falling away, missed it. Walters, or actually Clefstead the rebound. We're going to see a foul against Cam Clefstead for a push-off inside. Clefstead boisterously defends his rebound in that situation, but the defense will be for naught, and the ball's going to stay for West Fargo Horace. Jet Collins will step off the floor. The return of Austin O'Lean into the Horace rotation. Inbounds pass underneath. Hard take to the basket, and Evanson misses one underneath. Walters comes up with a basketball. Outlets to Clefstead, who steps to the basket and scores his 21st. Clefstead in control of the basketball in transition. Another quick basket for Red River, and it's a 54-48 Grand Forks Red River lead. Evanson head fake, stepping left for West Fargo Horace. Plays it back towards the corner for Aiden Green. Green between the legs. Steps left again. Tries to play it to the perimeter. Had it knocked loose, and Reese Walters took a hard shot up around the head. Gets up and is apparently okay. Cole Somerville gave him a decking right up along the chin. Gets called for his 3rd. And that Red River student section across the way, they are in Somerville's back pocket. A bunch of them jumped up off the bench. And now they're chanting, "Thank you, Somerville." I don't know what's going on between those two. I have no idea what the backstory is at all, but it's become a unique part of the game tonight, for lack of any other terminology to describe it. Walters near side for Pierce Parks, knocked loose. Loose basketball back in the hands of West Fargo Horace. Westfall had it after taking from O'Lean, and a foul against Reese Walters. Walters will have his 2nd. And this game is the same rough and tumble game that's going on. I don't know who those kids are over there in the Red River student section, but one of them just fell on the floor, and they're having more fun than you should be able to have on a Tuesday night during the school year in December. Let's just go ahead and put it that way. And I guess that's why the game is fun. Foul goes against Reese Walters. Hawks back the other way with the basketball. A kick out the top of the key for Westfall. Now Pierce Park's going to get called for a foul. I mean, this does resemble something a little bit closer to football than it resembles basketball, that's for sure. There's a lot of shoulder blocking. There's a lot of hands-on. There's a lot of contact. There's not a lot of basketball finesse going on in this game, except for a couple of players that are making it look pretty good right now. Carter Evanson's one of them. He drives the glass, misses on a layup. Rebound underneath to J.B. Walters, who threw it off a teammate's head. It goes loose. Brett Livingston has it. That's spiked in the air by Reese Walters, but he can't save it. And the ball will stay with Horace on the far sideline. I mean, they're going to have to widen and lengthen the floor because the athleticism that's out there just, it's too bottled up by the sideline and baseline that we've got in standard basketball playing surface. Aiden Green giving away to the top of the key for O'Lean. Westfall, actually, Evanson fakes a deep 3, drives the foul line, and then misses short. And the rebound to James Schindler for Grand Forks Red River. Riders lead by 6 on the all-true scoreboard. 54-48, less than 10 to play second half. J.B. Walters throws one off the guide wire after trying to drop step his way down the heart of the lane. And the ball will go back into the hands of West Fargo Horace on a turnover. So the ball's back in the hands of the Hawks. Still a 54-48 Red River edge. Aiden Green steps into the front court for Horace. Working right side, Livingston. Hands it off. Westfall slips as he comes back top of the key. Kick to Evanson. 3 good. He was closed out upon hard as well. And a timeout will be taken by West Fargo Horace as Evanson hits a 3 to score his 22nd point. The lead is 3. 54-51 on the all-true scoreboard. 3-point lead in favor of West Fargo Horace. We have a timeout for Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. And a timeout tonight brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of ag tires in the region. We're back with more in a moment on high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Timeout taken by West Fargo Horace after a 3-point shot for Carter Evanson. He's got 22 points tonight, averaging 29 a game. Right on pace for that. 8.5 in, 9.5 left here in the opening half, and it's 54-51. Grand Forks Red River by 3 over West Fargo Horace in the Eastern Dakota Conference opener for both teams tonight. 3, Reese Walters off the heel of the rim and won't fall. Clefstead fights for a rebound. It's picked up by Pierce Parks. His putback won't fall. An offensive rebound won't go down. Another offensive board for Cam Clefstead after Walters missed on a no board, and Clefstead is fouled. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Red River. Cam Clefstead's going to be called for his second personal foul. So Clefstead is called for a foul on that play. Not sure how anybody really feels about that, but the Horace crowd thought they had that one coming, and they do get the call. So the lead is 3. Horace down 3 with a basketball. Aiden Green stepping up top of the key. A work right side. Evanson got to the foul, actually to the block, and then travel trying to fall away. Evanson took a little contact. He's saying he was dislodged off his spot. Pierce Parks talks with Carter Evanson and said, no, you pulled your pivot foot. It actually slid along the floor, so they talk it through. Meanwhile, Red River gets the basketball back. Riders into the front court. Ball on the right side of the floor with Jonason, who steps back on the floor now. Riders try to widen their offense. Jonason will take a 3. It comes up empty. That three-point line has been excruciatingly difficult for the Riders to crack here in the second half. They've had plenty of looks, haven't been able to score it out there. Lead is 3 for Red River. And a cut back door by Evanson. He'll score his 24th. Carter Evanson scores his 24th point of the night. Lead is trimmed to 1 at 54-53. Clefstead is fouled by Aiden Green as Green tried to get a hold of the basketball on a play back to the perimeter. And the Riders will keep the basketball in a 1-point game. Inbounds pass near corner, picked up out of the corner for Red River by James Schindler, who's had a quiet night offensively. Schindler, post entry to J.B. Walters in the high post, foul line. That high, ball taken by Pierce Parks, back to the top, Schindler between the rings, Parks again, left corner to Clefstead, disrupted out of bounds. Good cover by Austin O'Lean, coming in to deflect the ball away. 16 to shoot for Red River. Again, this happening now with Red River having Matt Dosh on the bench with 4 fouls. That's a rotation player, a starting player, but a key part of the rotation for Red River that they don't have access to right now. And you'll see Schindler having to step up to make something happen offensively for Red River at this point. That's what they're going to need with Dosh on the sideline. And here's Schindler stepping into a 3. It's off the heel of the rim again. Another 3 that Red River can't get to bite. Rebound to Evanson, and West Fargo Horace can reclaim the lead. Westfall steps in. They go underneath. Olean carries in with a left hand and scores. Austin Olean with 4. Horace back up 1, 55-54 on the all-true scoreboard with 7:45 to play. Walters high, down to Clefstead, covered up. That 2-3 zone of Horace is beginning to affect Red River's offense. They need something from the outside to fall. Back to the top of the key, Westfall traveled again, shuffled the pivot foot. Reese Walters going to come back into the game. Looks like he's going to replace J.B. Walters. We've seen Reese Walters take a three, so he at least has the confidence to think he can take that shot. And that means right now you've got 3 legitimate three-point shooters, perhaps 4, on the floor for Red River, and they need 1. The Riders have just 1 3-point shot in the second half, and they've taken a ton of them. Meanwhile, the basketball got away near the emergency exit down below us, and it may have ended up taking that funny hop and rolling underneath the bleachers. And I don't see a spare basketball down at the table. There we go, we got it. I've never understood why in volleyball you can bring out 4 or 5 balls and rotate them. In basketball, if you lose the one you have, it's over. You got to dig for it in order to get it back. Inbounds pass will come in to Reese Walters and right back to James Schindler. 55-54. Horace by 1 with 7:25 to play second half. A step right side, Walters spinning, double pivot, high bank shot missed. Rebound comes down inside for Carter Evanson. And here comes West Fargo Horace building on a 1-point lead. Evanson crossing his dribble left hand, hard take, kick out. O'Lean open 3 left corner, hits it. Austin O'Lean will step back and score his 7th. And Grand Forks Red River will call for timeout with the lead up to 4 for Horace. 58-54 Horace on the all-true scoreboard with 7:06 to play second half. We have a timeout for Apex Apparel and Big Jim's Tire. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network at KNOX Sports.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Timeout taken by Grand Forks Red River after a big 3 out of the left corner by Austin O'Lean. Makes it 58-54. West Fargo Horace rallying from down 8 to take a 4-point lead in the second half. In the Eastern Dakota Conference opener tonight for both teams. Welcome back to Red River High School. Live coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. The Riders will re-enter Matt Dosh, who has to play with 4 fouls. They need his offense right now as the three-point line has been quiet. Inside, Clefstead turned, left one off the front of the rim. Rebound, Brady Westfall. Horace getting up the floor in transition. Livingston to the glass with a 2-hand flush. Over the front of the rim, he's got 9. Brent Livingston comes up with a big play that brings the Horace crowd to their feet. Meanwhile, Clefstead misses another shot inside. And O-board Matt Dosh, backdoor cut. Clefstead misses again off the glass. And the rebound comes down with Austin O'Lean. The lead is 6 for West Fargo Horace at 60-54. They have the basketball with 6:20. Westfall for 3 is short, and the rebound will go out of bounds. Moment ago on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. When you've got momentum, you try to add to it, and that's when you go to the dunk. Westfall loose in transition, 2-hand slam. Nothing too fancy on it, but enough to bring this West Fargo Horace crowd that's traveled pretty well to life tonight. And the lead is 6 for the Hawks. A drive in and a score for Pierce Parks. Hard take into the lane, finally getting something to float over the front of the rim. Riders get 12 from Parks. They've cut the lead to 4. 60-56. We're under 6 to play second half. Aiden Green to the front court for the Hawks. Ball knocked away by James Schindler. It'll come back to Green. He looks underneath and threw that one completely out of bounds. I'm not sure what he was looking for. I think he thought Livingston was going to come in from the baseline into the paint, but that pass would have easily distanced Livingston as well. And now the ball gets away down the other tunnel, and an official has to go run it down. So the Riders a chance to make it a one-score game again. Down 4, 60-56 with 5:49 to go. Pierce Parks will take the inbounds pass for the Riders. Steps into the front court, angling along the far sideline. Looks at that 2-3 zone that Horace has been in. It's really been a problem for Red River. Near side Schindler, catch and shoot 3. Rolls around. Clefstead! Offensive rebound, catch and dunk at the same time. Clefstead lights it up for his 23rd. And the lead is cut to 2 at 60-56. Evanson, deep three, 7 feet beyond the arc. Missed it short. Klefstedt up the floor on the rebound. Finding Dosh, a turn off the dribble. Klefstedt head fake to draw a defender, then knocks the ball loose. Dosh gets his way inside. Reverse, he thought he got fouled. He doesn't get the shot to go. Rebound Livingston, and here comes West Fargo Horace with a 2-point lead. Westfall left side, transition three, hits it. Brady Westfall stepping into his third three of the half. He's got 20. The lead back to 5 for West Fargo Horace, 63-58. 4:45 to play second half. Ball right side of the floor, Schindler taking a look in. Bounce pass Walters, right elbow. Kick out, Klefstedt turning back to Pierce Parks. He'll pull the trigger for three, filled and wouldn't fall. The three-point line has been the undoing for Red River here in the second half. They've had a few that wanted to go down, did not. That could have changed the complexion. Instead, Horace can take a 3-possession lead late in the game. Westfall stepping right side, handing to Evanson. A stop, shovel top of the key, Livingston back to the right side. Westfall tries to play give and go with Livingston screen and roll, and Livingston had no chance to pull in that pass. Livingston and Westfall looking at each other on the way back up the floor, talking about where each would be. Red River will inbound the basketball. 63-58. Riders down 5 on the all-true scoreboard. 4:10 to play second half. Near side, Matt Dosh for Red River. He'll turn it back to Schindler on the top of the key. Klefstedt right side. A look into the elbow for Walters. Left alone, kind of being doinked. He plays it back to Klefstedt in the corner. Shot clock at 10. High court wide pass to Parks off the left wing. Park steps in, trying for some separation. Back to Klefstedt between two defenders. Pulls up from 7. That rims off. An offensive board. Dosh back to the glass. Misses. And another one pulled down, this time by Livingston. Boy, Matt Dosh had 4 or 5 offensive rebounds tonight, but hasn't been able to get any of those putbacks to go in for him. Again, a 5-point lead for Horace, and they're back up the floor looking for a 3-possession edge. A stop by Evanson, driving hard to the basket. Stops along the baseline. Parks trying to reach in and force a held ball. He does. And the ball will go back to Red River on the arrow. Lots of contact there again as well. 3:27 to play in the second half. Inbounds pass will come in from Schindler. Waiting for it, Parks, back to Schindler. Riders down 5 with the basketball. Can they find something to bite from the perimeter? They just have been ice cold on the 3-point line. And here's a post-entry knock loose. We've got a foul on the floor. I don't know if it's against Walters or Dosh. There were 2 players there. It's not going to be against either. Oh, they're going to call this against Brent Livingston of West Fargo Horace. Livingston's going to be called for his 4th. The official says that Livingston committed a foul on the floor before J.B. Walters just blew up Livingston from the backside. But the foul that was first is the foul that gets called. Park stepping his way through the lane, looking, trying to find an angle. Finger roll off the glass is too strong. Schindler had the rebound and couldn't find it. It comes away with Klefstedt. Back to Parks, reverse layup, he'll score. Parks with 14. Lead cut to 3, 63-60. We're under 3 minutes left on the all-true scoreboard here at Red River. Horace into the front court with Aiden Green bringing the ball in the front. Green taking a look underneath. Westfall comes out to the right corner. Livingston steps high to take the play. Back to Westfall, stepping from right to left. He'll turn back to the perimeter for Green. On the baseline, Livingston from 17. Jumper short. Rebound run down by Matt Dosh for the Riders. They can cut it to 1 or tie it on this possession, but 3-point plays have been hard to find in the second half for the Riders. On top, Klefstedt. That's the West Fargo Horace crowd you hear coming to life for defense at this point. Klefstedt looking right side. Parks a deep 3 for the tie, and he's got it. An absolute dagger for Pierce Parks on the right side of the floor. Parks stepping into a 3-point shot and connecting. We're tied at 63. Timeout taken by West Fargo Horace with 2:06 left of the second half. Timeout for Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of ag tires in the region. And for Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. Let's look at the 3 in our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Parks just kind of left alone after getting the ball back from Klefstedt on the right wing. He's about 5 feet beyond the arc. Deep 3 when nothing else has gone down from the perimeter all night. He scores that. And Red River ties the game at 63 to try to reset the situation with 2:06 left to go in half number 2. What a game we've had tonight. Unbelievable display of EDC basketball in the season opener, the conference opener for both teams. It's not the season opener for both. It is the conference opener for both. Horace, 2 wins. Red River 1, the only 2 teams in the EDC that were not beaten in the non-conference season before this one tonight. Horace will bring the ball to the front court after the inbounds play. Aiden Green coming back to Westfall. Back to Green. Down low. Livingston bouncing it on Walters. Cam Clefstead turned in front of a pass for Austin Oline but couldn't secure it. Ends up out of bounds. Horace will inbound. 1:54 left, 12 to shoot for the Hawks. Inbounds play will come in from Aiden Green. Green looks underneath, wide open. Evanson on a set play. He'll score his 26th tonight. His average is 29. 65-63, Horace by 2. Riders front court, Parks on the foul line. Spinning, looking, split a double team and got to the glass. It scores. And Pierce Parks now beginning to put together a sizable second half. He's got 19. 11 have come after the break. We're tied at 65 with 90 seconds to go. Green up front, looking right side, Livingston. Westfall, hard take in the lane, got to the basket, missed it. J.B. Walters with the rebound for Red River. Riders looking to take a late lead. Parks to Dosh, got to the glass and scores. Matt Dosh scores in transition. He scores his 9th, and a timeout taken by Grand Forks Red River with 1:12 to go. The lead is 2 for the Riders on the All-True scoreboard at 67-65. Timeouts are brought to you by All-True. Regular screenings with All-True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. Those of you on video coverage tonight, you can see Kyle Cummings meeting with his team after the timeout taken by Grand Forks Red River. Riders down by as many as 6 late second half, led by as many as 8 early second half. And an unbelievable basketball matchup tonight. Hopefully, we can give you a great week of sports. We obviously have Red River and Central in hockey coming up tomorrow night, or I should say rather Thursday night, and East Grand Forks and Orono in hockey on Friday night. And those matchups have the ability to be every bit as good as this one has been tonight. 1:12 left, second half. Riders by 2, Horace basketball. The possession arrow belongs to Horace. Each team has a foul to give before we get to the penalty. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining. Horace with the basketball, 67-65 Red River. Evanson into the front court, finding Westfall. Post entry pass knocked loose, whistle, foul coming up. I think they're going to ticket Parks, and that's the last foul that Red River had to give. Second personal on Parks. It's a non-shooter, but now Horace enjoys the penalty for the remainder of the game. 1:04 left of regulation. Westfall to inbound the basketball for Horace. He'll play it into the backcourt, finds Aiden Green. Green steps across. James Schindler waiting for it. Ball left side to Evanson. Back to Green. Steps in, kicks out. Westfall an open look at a 3. Left it short. Rebound, J.B. Walters inside, a minute to go. The Riders into the front court with a 2-point lead. Shot clock at 24 seconds, the game clock at 45. And it looks like Horace will play to defend rather than to foul. And the Riders will turn it over. Cam Clefstead sending the ball back to the wing for James Schindler, and Schindler just took his eyes off it. Oh boy. Riders in control of the finish at that point, and a very careless turnover will give Horace some new life in this one. Not that the game was over, because it was not. They would have had a long possession left if the Riders had run the clock out, but now it's Horace with the basketball down 2. And the penalty again belongs to Horace. If they're fouled, they shoot no matter where. Livingston on top, looking near side Westfall. 15 to shoot, and a foul coming up against J.B. Walters, or are they going to take it Livingston? No, they're going to get Walters. Oh, are they going to call Livingston? No, they will not. They're going to call Walters. Looks like they might have been calling a double foul, but we're going to see Livingston going to the foul line in the 1-for-1 penalty after J.B. Walters is called for his second. 2 ties it up. 22.3 seconds left to go. It's the 1-for-1 penalty. Livingston's first is good. 10 points for Brett Livingston. Had a nice 7-point first half. And he's been the guy that's had to deal with Red River's size throughout the night, along with the zone that Horace dropped into. Second on the way. Livingston hits them both. We're tied. 67 apiece. Riders go looking for the win with 20 seconds left to go in regulation. Clefstead to Pierce Parks in the circle. Horace waits in a 2-3 zone. 10 seconds left to go in regulation. Parks waiting. Clefstead comes up to set a screen. Parks drives right corner. Schindler for three, hit it! Schindler hits a three! James Schindler out of the corner drains a three for Grand Forks Red River. And the Riders take a 70-67 lead. All night, the perimeter's been ice cold for Grand Forks Red River, all night. And Schindler steps into a three to try to be the deciding scorer in this one as a timeout is taken. With 3 seconds even left to go as the officials get together to talk about where the clock should be. Let's take a look at it on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. This is James Schindler waiting in the corner, just a sophomore with the game on the line. Wide open look at a three, nails it. James Schindler with perhaps the game winner for Grand Forks Red River with the clock down to 3 seconds to go. As we get ready to go again, the arrow will belong to West Fargo Horace with 3 seconds left in the game. They'll need a three to tie. If you're Horace, where do the threes come from? Well, tonight, you've got Carter Evanson on the board with a pair. Brady Westfall's got the hot hand. He's hit 5 threes this evening for Grand Forks Red River, for West Fargo Horace. So he's the man that you would probably look to try to hit a three-point shot. 3 seconds left to go. Riders by 3, 70-67 on a bucket at the near horn by James Schindler from the perimeter. The Riders will play three-quarter court. Aiden Green will inbound. Westfall, Evanson on the floor, along with Oline and Livingston. And the inbounds pass now will come in from Evanson. Livingston back to Evanson. Evanson spun loose. The basketball's fronted, and Red River may have been looking to commit the 1-for-1 foul. Ends up, they'll say that on the spin move, Evanson did not draw contact. The ball spins away, and Red River will get the victory. Red River wins an emotional, physical, charged matchup tonight. Your final score on the All True scoreboard: Riders 70, Horace 67. Our postgame report is next. This is our coverage of high school basketball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Sports.
There's never been a better time of year than now to get that new Ford from Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks. It's the model year closeout, and you can drive off in a new F-150 XLT and save up to $14,500 or choose low 2.9% financing for 60 months. Ford Escape, another great buy. Save up to $4,250 and get low 1.9% for 66 months. Hurry in for huge discounts and low financing during our model year closeout at Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
We welcome you to our post-game report tonight. What a game we had in the Eastern Dakota Conference this evening. If you missed this one, you missed a good one. Tonight, Grand Forks Red River defeats West Fargo Horace by a final score of 70-67, a three-point shot with 3 seconds left to go by James Schindler, who could hit only 2 tonight, but he hits one when it counts, and Red River wins it. Post-game report tonight brought to you by Spray Advantage and Lake Region State College. Spray Advantage, everything you need for spraying an application on your farm. The difference between Spray Advantage and their competitors is that Spray Advantage has what you're looking for in stock. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, seed tenders, 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spray Advantage, make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. And our post-game report brought to you tonight as well by Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Precision agriculture, law enforcement, and nursing. Just a few of the careers that you can supercharge your way into at Lake Region State College. Get done in 2 and start earning, or go the 4-year route. Take your credits with you anywhere in the North Dakota University system and continue that educational journey. Lake Region State College with campuses in Devils Lake, on the Grand Forks Air Force Base, and also LRSC.edu. Boy, this one was just full of big moments down the stretch here tonight, and so we'll recap as many of those as we can with you here at the end of the evening as we take a look at our highlights tonight. Our highlights brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed, Proseed.net. Let's just take a look at them as we go. This is Horace taking what would be a 4-point lead, a huge 3-point shot out of the left corner that came from Olean, and at that point it looked like Horace was on the roll, getting things back in their favor, and you'll see Horace come away again, 58-54 lead. They get down the floor in transition, and Brett Livingston goes to the glass and dunks. So they take a 60-54 lead with 6:45 left, and you felt like they had all the momentum in the game. But James Schindler coming back, missing a 3, and Cam Clefstead catching and dunking in the same motion. Huge moment down the stretch for Grand Forks Red River. Cut the lead to 2. Red River down by 3 here. Huge moment in the game. Pierce Park steps into a deep 3 when the lid on the basket from the 3-point line had kept the Rough Riders at bay. That tied the game late, and it set up this possession with the final seconds rolling off the floor. A kick to Schindler, wide open right corner 3, hits it, and the Riders took the lead at that point by a score of 70-67. They win it by that score tonight, and those are your post-game highlights tonight, brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed, Proseed.net. Numbers with Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. For Horace tonight, Carter Evanson leads the way with 26 points. Brady Westfall with 20. 11 for Brett Livingston, and what was a nice night where he had to body up with some really physical players. Austin Olean with 7. Aiden Green 2. A single for Jet Collins tonight. For Red River, 3 in double figures, led by Cam Clefstead's 23. He had 17 at the break, and then Horace dropped into a 2-3 zone and cut down his opportunities. But Pierce Parks carried the load in the second half. 11 of his 19 come after halftime. Matt Dosh with 9 in a game where he was riddled with foul trouble. Still managed 7 second-half points tonight. James Walters, or J.B. Walters, rather, with 8. 3 points tonight for Brody Neal, but a big one. 2 points for Jared Jonason as well, but 6 for James Schindler, including the game-winning 3-point shot tonight. And that is the total for Grand Forks Red River. Final score again, 70-67. We'll come back and wrap up our post-game report with our player awards. And a wrap on this one here on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Sports.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
We continue our post-game report tonight of the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network post-game report, brought to you again this evening by our friends at Spray Advantage. Everything you need for spraying an application on your farm. And Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Your final score again this evening: Red River 70-67 winners tonight over West Fargo Horace with 3 seconds left from James Schindler to turn this thing around. Let's start with our post-game awards tonight. We'll start with our post-game award for our celebration of the game, and it's brought to you tonight by Balloons by Misty. It's not a celebration until the balloons arrive. Balloons by Misty's been doing work on the national stage that you've seen featured recently, and Balloons by Misty also has an opportunity that they've shown you to work with UND and NDSU on some of their major projects. It's a great resource for you to have right here in our community, where they can turn a celebration into something wonderful with Balloons by Misty. And really, is there any place to go besides the three-point shot? You don't see a lot of the celebration here, but this is the way the game comes to a finish tonight. Pierce Parks driving, a kick out to the right side, and Schindler lets go of a three, and you can see a little celebration there in the background. And they were resetting the clock at that point because it had run out at that point to 0.7 of a second. They reset it for 3 seconds, but that is your celebration of the game tonight, brought to you by Balloons by Misty. Our next award is our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game Award, and it's brought to you by PS Garage Doors, where the PS stands for Peaceful Season. We're in the Christmas season, and they wish you a peaceful season at PS Garage Doors. They'd like you to know that as you get into this season, you have company standing by. If you're in a situation where the garage door is not working and you need it serviced before company gets there, PS Garage Doors can handle that for you. They can work on any make and model of garage door. The PS stands for Perfect Service. Gives them a call at 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR for PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks and Devils Lake tonight. And the Player of the Game Award going to be Cam Clefstead, who had a huge night tonight for Grand Forks Red River with 23 points in this one this evening, including a big play. The Riders had just given up a dunk. You'll see a 3 missed here from James Schindler. There's Cam Clefstead catching and dunking in the same motion. Can't do it a whole lot better than Cam Clefstead tonight, getting physical at 17 first-half points tonight. He'll be our Player of the Game Award winner, brought to you tonight by PS Garage Doors. And our final award is going to be our Finest Auto Trim Finest Cover of the Game this evening as well, and it's brought to you by Finest Auto Trim, where their motto is big or small, they cover it all. Finest Auto Trim specializes in the recovery of vehicle and marine seats. So when you get in a situation, if your boat kind of went through the paces this year and the seats are faded, cracked, not giving you the support that they're looking for, Finest Auto Trim has you covered. They can redo those seats for you and make them stand up to all the things that you put a boat through throughout the course of a year. They've got it for you at Finest Auto Trim. But those of you in agriculture, we're talking specifically to you right now. If your implements didn't do the job supporting you in the long hours that you had out there at the end of the year, then let Finest Auto Trim recover those seats that you have in your implements so that you're comfortable and ready to go when the new season starts. Finest Auto Trim, again, big or small, they cover it all. I think we have the play that's going to be the finest cover. You're going to like this if it's the right play, because it's Cam Clefstead once again. Little backdoor cut. You're thinking dunk, and there's Cam Clefstead over the top to reject that shot. That's a heck of a play from Cam Clefstead tonight, and that'll be our Finest Auto Trim finest cover of the game winner, Brought to you tonight by Finest Auto Trim. Big or small, they cover it all. Next up for us, we've got hockey on Thursday night. Central Red River, the Crosstown Battle, the Gambucci Cup, all the things. Pregame coverage 7 o'clock. Puck drops at 7:30. You'll hear it here on KNOX Radio. View it on KNOX Live Sports. Join us for it coming up on Thursday night. We're looking forward to bringing you another out of the Gambucci Cup series that should be a really, really fun one to have. So stay with us coming up for that on Thursday night. Until then, on the radio side, we'll send you back to regular programming. On the video side, we'll see you Thursday. What a night we had tonight. Red River girls beaten tonight by a final score of 69-29, but the boys, they win 70-67 over West Fargo Horace this evening. For KNOX Sports and for KNOX Live Sports, and for Joey Springer with our video camera work tonight, this is Ryan Cunningham saying so long, everybody.